2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. There is a office secret.
Alright, welcome back to TCG Love. I have 10 Takir Dragonstorm pre-release kits here, and if you guys don't know about pre-release kits, they got a bunch of play booster packs in here. And most importantly for this video, a pre-release promo card pack like this one. This is the one that I actually got from my pre-release when I went to Tarkir pre-release. So I want to open all of these pre-release kits here, and we will see if there's any value that you can expect from these promo cards. Is there going to be anything valuable in these? So we will have by the end 10 promo card packs because I have 10 pre-release kits here. I paid $40 for each, so I actually spent $400 on these 10 pre-release kits. Jesus Christ, I should be really more careful about my money here. But actually the reason why I only open these now is because I lied a little bit in the thumbnail. These pre-release kits are printed in the US, and US printed pre-release kits don't have a separate pack for these promo cards, unfortunately. So I couldn't really make a nice thumbnail, so that's why I never actually opened these pre-release kits during Tarkir's season, when I opened Tarkir stuff. These pre-release kits come with this transparent, lame booster pack here, which has a seeded booster pack, so there's gonna be a bunch of, in this case, Abzan cards in these booster packs, and the promo cards are just on top of it. So there's no separate little paper pack like this one that you get from Europe printed ones. It's actually, I think, printed in Belgium. Yeah, there you go, made in Belgium. Either way, that's why I never actually made a video, but since you guys need coins for my next giveaway, I wanted to open these pre-release kits right now. And yeah, give me a second to open all of these and get all of these packs, and then we can open them and check the value of all these promo cards. I'm gonna flip them around though, so you guys don't get spoiled too much. Alright, there we go. I opened them all. I have all of these booster packs. I tried to not spoil myself here either. I stacked all the play booster packs here very dangerously high, and I got a bunch of spin downs from each pre-release kit. One, nothing special here. So let's start opening these promo pack seeded boosters, and I tried to a little bit sort them so I know actually which pre-release kit they come from. So this one comes from the I think, what is this? Let me give me a second. This is the Sultai. So this is from the Sultai pre-release kit, and the promo card here is Songcrafter Mage. Alright, I'm gonna open the sealed booster pack here because I also want to scan all of the other packs in here as well. Songcrafter Mage is the promo pack here, promo card here. I'm gonna scan it with my scanner. All the prices are based on card market. There you go, 45 cents, nothing special here for the promo Songcrafter Mage. And now I don't know what I'm gonna do with these sealed booster packs here. Should I just stack them also on top here? It's a little bit dangerous. I'll try to do it like this. I want to keep all of the actual booster packs together that come from one pre-release kit, so that I can have nice Google Sheets at the end. Second one, Bloomvai Regent. I also know this one isn't worth anything, unfortunately. And yeah, you guys can claim coins from this video. I hope we're gonna get some today. I hope I will be opening all of these play booster packs, so I'm sure there's gonna be something here. You got this one, and you can leave a comment to claim these coins, and it will help you in the giveaway. I'm gonna give away a collector booster box for Spider-Man on the 16th October, so very soon for you guys. I'll try to upload another video, except for this one, before that, so you guys can claim some more coins. But yeah, the more coins you have, the higher chance of winning something in the giveaway is. If you want to participate, check the participation video. The promo card for this one is Terza Light Shatterer. All right, this goes here. And if you guys want to support me, the channel, and the giveaways, check out sponsor of this channel, Tolarian Library. Man, Tolarian Library. Oh, we got Rotkur's Rakshasa. I don't think this is worth anything, but I like the foiling on this one. It's a Mythic promo card. Tolarian Library is sponsor of this channel and the videos, and everything I make from that sponsorship goes to the giveaways. I want to change Terza here quickly to the promo version. It's $1.45. And yeah, the link is in the description to Tolarian Library and in the pinned comments. If you're looking for really high quality proxies, check them out for sure. And use the checkout code TCGLove, which is the most important part, so they know that you come from me, and you get 10% off any order when you use that code. So I really appreciate you guys checking them out to support the giveaways. Stadium Headliner. There's the promo card here. We got another Stadium Headliner right behind it. Fortunately not worth much. There we go. All right. So those were the first 5. Now I'm gonna open the other 5 here, and then we can scan the Play Booster packs. Mardu Siegebreaker. Man, we get absolutely no value here. If we get like $10, then I guess the average value in one of these booster packs, well, from the promo cards themselves, the average value of a promo card would be $1. If we get here to $10. We got Dracogenesis. I think this might be worth a bit. Beautiful foiling on this one as well. Yeah, there we go. $9.29 for Dracogenesis. That was awesome. Alright, that one saved us a little bit here. I'm gonna put it here. Next one is Awaken the Honored Dead. Saga. Oh, Cory Steelcutter. Awesome. Man, it's really fun to open Tarkir again. One of the better sets this year. I liked it a lot. We got 2 more packs here. Oh, wait a second. Was that just a promo Elspeth? It is! Holy shit! Awesome! Man, these packs were laying around so long. I didn't know there was a promo Elspeth in here. In foil. Awesome. This looks insane. Holy shit. Look at this! $33 for that Elspeth. Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't sell these packs. Because when I realized that the promo packs are transparent like these in these previous kits, I was like, it's gonna be a lame video. I want to crack packs. I want packs to look cool when I'm opening these. Interesting. And since they have transparent packs here, I don't really want to open them in the video. But nobody bought them for months. Not a single pre-release kit got sold by me on Card Market. Yeah, since you guys need coins, there we go. And since I'm not gonna sell them, I thought I'm gonna open them. And I'm glad I did, because we got a beautiful Elspeth in here as a promo version. Awesome. Very cool foiling on this. Nice. All right. If you guys want to buy any of these cards, by the way, I have now a Card Market link in my description as well. There's also an affiliate link, because Card Market does sponsor my videos. I don't really have to do much. Just to say that the prices are based on Card Market. Now also I have a link in there. So if you guys would click that link so they know that people actually watch me and click the Card Market link, that would be also cool. We got already 5 coins here in this video, and I'm gonna start opening these Play Booster packs here. And I think I'm only gonna scan rares and mythics. So Perenation isn't worth anything. I don't think I need to scan any of the commons and uncommons. Man, the quality of these US cards is so lame. And also the booster packs always rip so much. US printed cards really feel... Oh shit, oh my god. We got an Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Ah, man, that's great. There we go, $32. And just want to say, US printed cards don't feel nice, they feel really cheap. But I'm not gonna complain here when we pull Ugins and Elspeths left and right. We got Narset, and Windcrack Siege here. Cool Dragon Presence basic land. Also like these a lot. We cannot get the Dragon Eye basic lands in Play Booster packs, unfortunately. Those were epic as well. Alright, I'm gonna skip to the rares here. M-Bling Storm Shell isn't worth anything. And we got the Dragon Wing frame here in foil, very cool. What do we get? Is the rare Kishla Village. I don't think that's worth anything. And the last pack for that Abzan pre-release kit. And here we got Sinkhole Surveyor and a signed art card. That's nice. Back in the day when art cards still were in Play Booster packs, which isn't that long ago, but now we only get them in Collector Booster packs. Alright, that was the first one. I'll mark them like this. Let's keep going here with the which one was that, man? I forget the color. Going here, Timor. This is a Timor. Where was it? This is the Timor pre-release kit here. I'll scan the first rare from the sealed booster pack. Nothing else in here. Let's open the Play Booster packs. We get Bloom Vine Regent again and another Red Curse Rakasha in foil. $1.73, sure. What do I get here? Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. 17 cents. I doubt that we're gonna get 400 bucks here. Which is what I paid probably for these previous kits. Well, when I say probably, it's probably 30 euros, which is maybe $35 per previous kit. So it's $350. Even with the Elspeths and Ugins, that's gonna be hard to achieve, I think. And we got Terza Light Shadera in this. I don't remember how this treatment is called in the clan art treatment. I don't know. And let's go here. Holomerg Siege and Zurak. And another signed art card. Very cool. Alright, that was pretty nothing burger in here. In this Abzan pack here. Put it like this. Let's move on to Zultai. Wait, yeah, we didn't open Zultai yet. To a Zultai pre-release kit here. We got Awaken the Honored Dead. And nothing else in the Sealer booster pack. Let's move on. We get Revival of Ancestors. It's the rare here. Nothing special. And Ishki Dragonclaw. And New Way Forward. Also worth nothing there. Sage of the Skies. And an art card there, not signed unfortunately. Oh, we got a beautiful Mox Jesper. Nice. I don't think it's worth that much, but one of the more valuable cards, I guess. $6.96. And the last pack of the last rare, Yathan Roadwatcher. So I guess how it's pronounced. And nothing special there except that Mox Jesper. So I'll move these cards quickly here. Nicely color coded here. And let's open, what do we still miss here? This is Jeskai. Yes, this is Jeskai. The rare from the seeded booster is Rediscovered Away. Nothing else here. 5 more packs. Oops. Ah. Alright, the rare here is Teval, Arbiter of Virtue, a Mythic. Is that worth something? It is 23 cents, unfortunately not. Alright, next pack. Oops. And the rare here is Zarkan. I also don't think that's worth anything. Yeah, 6 cents. I'm somewhat used to open these packs like this. Inevitable Defeat, also worth nothing, because Europe packs I just open like this and then I slip the cards out, but US packs just fall apart like this. And I got Songcrafter Mage in here. Last pack for Jeskai is Holomark Siege as the first rare, and Mistrise Village, I think the most valuable village card, and this is full art, so I expect a lot here. $7.55. I expected a little bit more, but that's also fine. That was Jeskai with a little bit of value. Definitely not enough to get us to $40 per box here. What are we missing? We missing the yellow. We do have green. We have purple. The red one. There we go. And red is what are we still missing here? Mardu with Stadium Headliner as the rare from the seeded booster pack. Nothing else here. I wonder if you can get 2 rares in these seeded booster packs. Because you can get up to 4 rares from a normal play booster pack. So why wouldn't they make that the same for seeded ones? Windcrack Siege. That didn't work out here. Another Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon and Jeskai Revelation, a Mythic. I don't remember this card at all, actually. 12 cents, that's why maybe I don't remember it. We got Eshki Dragonclaw. Holomark Siege. Oops, nothing else. Oh, we got a village there. Songcrafter Mage. And Kisha Village in full art. Also very cool looking. Don't think it's worth much though. 22 cents. And that was the Mardu pre-release kit. Alright, we are at $100 still for a while now. And we opened all 5 pre-release kits here at least once. So now we're just gonna open the second round and hopefully get some more coins here. So this is another Mardu here. Thunder of Unity is the rare, I see the one, and nothing else in this one. Let's do a little bit quicker here. We got Windcrack Siege and Lazit Prowler in foil. Next pack, we got Ambling Stormshell and nothing else. Oh my god. Alright, we got another Kishla Village here, not full art unfortunately. Not that it would make a big difference if it's full art or not, value wise. We got Naga Fleshcrafter here in the clan showcase. And the last pack for this Mardu box here is Sinkhole Surveyor, Timor Battle Crier, and a foil Forest, Dragon Presence, Basic Land. That's the second basic land we got here, full art. That's a little bit rare, it seems. Too rare. Alright, it was the second Mardu deck. Pack, box, kit. And still $100 and something. Absolutely nothing there. Alright, let's keep going here. Which one was this again? This was Abzan. Yeah, there we go. Felotar. It was the pack. We got Timor Battle Crier. We got Taiga Master Opportunist, Mythic, that's also worth nothing. Fangkeeper's Familiar and Terza Light Shatterer. Also worth nothing. $1 of value from this box. Oh, okay. Winter Night Stories and oops, and Mox Jasper in this Dragon Wing frame. Very cool artwork. I like this a lot. I think the artwork looks really old schoolish. Reminds me of old school Magic artwork. If you don't, if you ignore the frame, obviously, the artwork itself, very cool. Is this still worth a bit? Yeah, $11.50. That's very nice. Cool pull there. And the last pack for this Abzan box is New Way Home. New Way Forward. New Way Home. Doing some Spider-Man stuff there. Alright. $170. Thanks for that Mox Jasper. One more coin here for you guys. Unfortunately, that's not gonna save us here. We're still only at $100. And let's open this Jeskai deck here with Cory Steel card on top. Unfortunately, Cory Steel card got banned. It's still $6.39. And we keep moving on here. We got Terza Light Shatterer. Second pack, we got some full art there. Narset, Jeskai Waymaster, and Windcrag Siege. Unfortunately, also worth nothing, even though it's full art foil. Oh, it's actually worth $2.31. I'll correct myself. I thought it's gonna be 5 cents or something. Alright, we got Stillness in Motion and Bloomvine Regent in this flip full art version with the baby version on the back side. 2 more packs. Got an art card there, hopefully signed. The rare is Nature's Rhythm. Alright, I'll take it. And not signed art card at the end there. Ambling Storm Shell and nothing else. And another very poor box here with this Jeskai box. Alright. $126 total. Let's go with Naga Flashcrafter here. I don't remember which one this was. Well, if this is the Timor deck, then this is the the Zoltai. This is Zoltai. Alright. No rares anymore in that one, I guess. We got Stormscale Scion. I think that's the one that used to be worth a bit. Okay, this total 89. I expected a little bit more. Oops. Alright, we get here. We get Awaken the Honored Dead. And Inevitable Defeat. Nothing else. $30 by now. It's not too bad. We got Sage of the Skies, Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant, also worth nothing. Last pack for this Timor pack here. United Battlefront. And another card of, where was the Tevel? Alright, no value in this one either, unfortunately. Let's put it like this. Over here. And the last one, no wait, that was Timor. This is the Timor one, alright. Dragon Bag Assault. It's $1.16. Last 5 packs. Let's see if we can pull another Elspeth or Ugin. That will bump me a little bit. Nerf Heart of the Storm. $1.51. Man, a lot of these prices dropped a lot. I remember this one being worth a little bit more. We got Full Art Great Russian City. Come on. Awaken the Honored Dead again, and Betor Kin of All. Alright. Kin to All. This is, I think, the most valuable Spirit Dragon. So let's see if it's worth something. $2.31. Alright. Not that crazy. I think I remember this one being $10 back in the day. Voice of Victory. There we go. Some value here. I'm sure this one's still worth it. $11.62. Mardu Siegebreaker. 10 cents. Alright, can we correct the $150? With this last pack, we cannot. Quasi Revenant. That's unfortunate. No $150, but I guess I can sell some of these spin downs for $3. So I'll give you guys 15 coins here for this video. And we got some lucky in the beginning a little bit with Ugin and Elspeth. Unfortunately, nothing too crazy there. $150. I paid way more for these previous kits, but I'm glad that I opened them. I'm glad that I'm rid of them, got rid of them. I'll be scanning all of these cards for my Google Sheets, so I got some extra data out of this as well. And you guys got some extra coins out of this. Oh, you don't even see the stacks that I have here. So if you guys leave a comment, you can claim these coins. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to participate in the next giveaway by leaving a comment under the participation video. Link is in the description. Also, you can check all the sponsors and whatever links. If you just go through the links and click everything, I will appreciate it. And yeah, see you hopefully for another video this week before the giveaway. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.
Today we're cracking open around $4,000 of Spider-Man collector boosters, looking for a $20,000 super rare Soul Stone, an $800 costume change Spider-Man, or at least some cool stuff on the Marvel reprint sheet. How wrecked are we gonna get? Let's find out. So as I get things set up here, I should say, we are opening these boxes super early, and prices right now are incredibly high, even more than normal. So I have very little confidence in being able to price these cards correctly right now. I'm going to do my best. I'll use the normal, like, knock about 50% off, except for the, like, super high-end cards, which that theory doesn't seem to work as well for. But all this to say, take the prices with a bit of grain of salt, because it is still super early pre-sales. And for this set in specific, I have very little confidence in what direction this set's going to go. There's been a lot of negative reaction to Spider-Man Online. On the other hand, it has some awesome looking Spider-Man treatments. So it might end up that these prices go up, they might go down. But all this to say, I'll do the best I can, but prices are going to be kind of wonky on this one. But anyway, let's get into box number 1, Spider-Man. $820-ish, $5 down the drain. Hopefully not. Hopefully all we need is one of those Soul Stones. That's all we need. Actually, the costume change Spider-Man are super expensive too. So let's see what we get here. Commons, don't really care. Oh my god, guy in a chair. Guy in a chair. Wizards. Wizards. I'm a guy in a chair. Don't put me on a magic card. Sandman's Quicksand. Heroes hang out. Ooh. I gotta say, the web slinging lands actually look pretty sweet in person. What do we get in a rare number? Oh no, wait, that's more uncommons? Wait, why are we getting? Oh no, that's I see. This is one of the commander cards, Venom Blast. That's a rare. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power up to one target. Oh my god, for 4 mana. Oh, those starter deck cards, not that powerful. Silk Web Weaver. Okay. Spider-Man 2099. Ooh, there, okay. Winds of Change. This is actually on the Marvel bonus sheet. This is currently like 5th or 6th most expensive card. It's like $25 or something. Sadly, not foil. If it was foil, it'd be worth way more. It does look nice though. And ooh, the Clone Saga foil. Wow, it almost, look at that. Look at that treatment. It almost looks scratched. It's kind of neat. Comic panel Clone Saga. So these cards are going to be the big question. Like, do these do the Final Fantasy things? If you look at the Final Fantasy set, a lot of random cards that in a normal set would be like $1 are like $3, $5, just because they're Final Fantasy. Is Spider-Man going to be like that too? Or are these cards going to drop down like a normal Magic set and be, you know, bulk level cards because they don't see that much play? Very curious. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bagel and Smear. Anyone hungry? Actually, as much as I meme on this card, I am building the Graham O'Brien deck. It is happening. The guy in his chair eating food in his garage. Web Warriors. Forest. Sweet. Jekyll. Genius Geneticist. How about another Silk? This is a small set, so we probably will get more. Ooh, there we go. There we go. So Peter Parker, unfortunately, this is not the best version of Peter Parker. The other treatment is better. This is still fine, and it is one of the more expensive cards in the set. But the comic book treatment one is more valuable than this one. What do we get behind it? Oh, Shock. That's the thing about these special sheets. You can get some really good cards, and the art always looks really good at them, but you can also open Shocks in a cheering crowd. Good for the group huggers out there. Not much in that pack. I am still disappointed. I mean, we're opening collector boosters, so it doesn't matter, because we get one in every pack, but it does still bother me that they bumped that special Marvel sheet down to 1 in every 24 packs and play boosters. You can give the people who don't want to spend $800 on a booster box some cool cards too. Wizards, Clay Pigeons, Savage Mansion, Robotics Mastery, Chameleon. How about a Schwamp? Gwenum the Remorseless. This card's pretty good. Not a special treatment, but it is foil. Basically Bolas' Citadel on a stick from the command zone. Doc Ock's Tentacles. Seems pretty good, but Nova Hellkite in standard. Gonna try building that. How about a J. Jonah Jameson? Do a little Suspecting. Leyline Binding. Man, the special treatments on these Spider-Man cards look really good in person. And what is this? A Silk every... Ooh. I wonder... The other thing we saw with Final Fantasy is the art cards having value. This is a signed art card, which is the rarest of the art cards. I wonder if that's actually worth anything. Also, we have gotten a Silk every single pack. Imagine if that was a Soul Stone instead of a Silk. We would be winning already. But instead, it is many, many, many Silks. So what do you think of this set? I'm very curious what people think. I will say, as a super casual Spider-Man knower, I was not really expecting the multiverse thing with so many Spider-Man. I was expecting more like Peter Parker fighting villains. Evolving Wilds, probably better known as Vibrant Cityscape. How about some angry rabble? Aunt May might actually be kind of playable as a Soul Sister. Molten Man, Spider Bite, Mountain, Arachne. I think Arachne is pretty good. Almost a Thalia, close to a Thalia effect. Peter Parker's Camera. I don't know if this card's good or not. It's interesting that it's 1 mana, but running out of film is an issue. Mysterio. Saw in half. Excited to have this come to Arena for the first time. And just like, look at the art. Easily the best part of this set for me are these treatments. And I don't even care about Spider-Man. They look spectacular. The art is so good. And Web of Life in Destiny. Foil extended. I mean, it is Mythic. It's not one of the higher end Mythic. Oh god, Peter Porker. Oh, this set cracks me up. I don't know what's going on anymore. Where's my Soul Stones, Watsy? So what we are really looking for, and again, take the prices with a grain of salt because they are super early and I'll do my best, but I really am not confident in it. But the alt versions of Spectacular Spider-Man are like $800 currently, And then there's a Soul Stone that's like 20k. Maximum Carnage. This card's cool, a little too expensive for Maximum Carnage. Okay. I mean, the comic book treatment's cool. How about a Spider-Man, Spinner and Spiderling, Hex, and Hide on the Ceiling is really good. I feel like this is one of the better cards from the set. The fact that you can hit your opponent's stuff with it is kind of huge. I feel like that card might be good even in Standard. I think it's definitely good in Commander and like Blink decks, but I think it might even be a Standard playable card, which is kind of sweet. Ooh, what do we get? What do we in our next pack? We're just gonna skip through all the bagels and smears. We'll come back to those when we're hungrier. How about an island? Future Flight. Carnage, Crypt and Chaos. Very interested to see if we can have a Mayhem deck in Standard. It seems possible, especially now that they're talking. What is this? This has to be something, that green border. We'll get to that in a minute. Agent Venom, kind of a Midnight Reaper, and speak of Venom, Skitherix, Venom King in Black, and what is this card? Ooh, that's a hit. That's a hit. This is the good one. This is the Peter Parker you want. We opened that one earlier, which I don't know where I put it, but this Peter Parker that flips into the comic book Amazing Spider-Man on the short list of most expensive cards from the set. I can't remember exactly. It might be like 60, 80. Actually, it might be over 100. I might be misremembering. But anyway, easily our biggest hit so far. And it does look cool. I really like the art on the backside. No idea where the rules text are. Oh, there it is. It does look neat. Just like look at that art. It's so funny because I find the comic book art nostalgic just because it's retro, even though I'm not really a comic book guy, but it's still like oddly nostalgic for me. Well, that was our best open so far. We could still use a Soul Stone. That would be sweet. All right, let's skim through these commons. The commons in this set are so bad. Oh my god, they're bad. They're so bad. I mean, if you didn't hear the Radioactive Spider, if you didn't hear the story of this set, I really like the Rare Lands. The Rare Lands also one of my favorite parts of the set. Origins of Spider-Man, Hunter's Insight with cool art, and Death of Gwen Stacy. We can get a little comic book panel here. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man pushes her off the roof for some reason. Then I guess he feels bad about it and then goes down and is like, oh, why did I do this? Why is that guy flying over me? I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes. But if you missed the story of this set, so originally this was supposed to be a small Assassin's Creed set with 0 commons in it. And then they moved it to Standard and decided they needed to make it a big set. So they added in all the uncommons late in it was supposed to have 0 commons. And the commons in this set, I think, you can tell. You can tell they were added in at the last. I mean, some of them are fine, but some of them you can tell they kind of maybe came in at the last second. All right, what do we get? Another Spinner and Spiderling, Villainous Wrath. This card's gonna be fun in Commander. Is a Wrath with a Rakdos Charm built in. A Wrath that can accidentally kill someone is pretty funny. Spidey Sense, Rite of Replication with a lot of Spider-Men, and Agent Venom. And another art card. They're really going hard on these art cards. I think Wizards, it feels like they realize that art cards have value now with these sets and are really embracing the art card idea. All right, how about a hot dog cart? How about a hot dog cart? Anyone want a hot dog? Forest, Friendly Neighborhood. Moreland, I like Moreland a lot. I think Moreland's a good commander card for sure. And could maybe even show up in some standard decks. A Pumpkin Bomb, borderless. How about another Rite of Replication? Ooh, Miles Morales. Okay, this is also, I believe, is this the best version? Yes, this is also, okay, this is on the same level as Peter Parker. Also, one of the most valuable cards in the entire set. And just look how cool those look. I give this set a ton of credit for its aesthetic. Just as far as the art. I think the art in the set, especially on the special treatments, is just so good. That is one of the highlights. Kapow! Too many Spider-Men, though. My god, there's too many Spider-Men. I don't even know what that is. Speed Doctor. Is that Spider Doctor? Ghost Spider, Gwen Stacy. That's a Spider-Man. Hide on the Ceiling. We'll take another one of those. Spot, the Living Portal. I wish this was like 1 mana cheaper for Constructed. It's a cool card, but at 5 mana, I'm not sure if it makes... Ooh! The Opposition Agent. Oh, that looks sweet. Unfortunately, not foil. Foil actually matters a lot price-wise on these, but first time coming to Arena for that one too. And Iron Spider, one of the lesser Spider-Men. that's we would rather be opening Peter Parker's and Miles, not Iron Spider, the Stark upgrade. All right, 2 more packs in box 1. What do we find? Can we get a hot dog cart? I do need the hot dog food token. We got to keep an eye out for that. I need that for the guy in his garage eating food deck. Scarlet Spider-Man Riley. I actually think this might be one of the better standard cards in the set. Like, it's only 2 to web sling. If you web sling this off Llanowar on turn 2, you get a 5/4 trampler, and you have the mana to replay the Llanowar. So I think there could be like some sort of Gruul Stompy deck with this card. With great power, I also love this card. This card just has funny combos. Put on an indestructible creature and never die. Strength of Will. And, well, we jumped ahead a little bit past this comeuppance, but that is fine because we jumped into Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer. Also, man, this box might actually be working out. I feel like this is also a very expensive card. So we've gotten at least three big hits already in Miles and Peter Parker and an Anti-Ventum. No Soul Stones, though, and no spider suit changes, whatever it's called. All right, what do we get? Last pack of box 1. Can we get some goodies? Spider-Man India, Spider Slayer Hatred Honor, so many Spider-Man. Carnage, rocket-powered Goblin Glider. Ooh, another Anti-Venom. This one's not foil, so a little less valuable, but still a good card. Goblin Bombardment, which honestly, I don't think I would play this version. And Friendly Neighborhood in foil. And, oh, there we go. Spider-Man India up close. Look. So if you're a Spider-Man fan, explain to me, why are there so many Spider-Men? Why are there so many? Why? At first, when I saw this set, I didn't realize that it was supposed to be a multiverse thing. And I was like, wait, is this just like Spider-Man on vacation? Did Spider-Man just like go to India and they decided to make a card of it, and then he went to the UK and they made a card of it, and then he went to Brooklyn, they made a card of it? Is that what's going on with this set? But apparently someone was like, oh, it's a multiverse. And I'm like, oh, it's just like Rick and Morty. And then people got mad because they're like, rah, Spider-Man did it first. Rick and Morty is just like Spider-Man. I'm like, yeah, sure, that is probably true, but they're still basically the same. All right. Box number 2. I think box number 1, I feel like it went okay. It went okay. We got none of the hot dog cart. Got none of the super duper high-end stuff in terms of like the $1,000 cards, but we hit like 3 of the best mythics from the set, which is good. All right, Planes. Peter Parker's camera. Again, Rent is due. I don't know how I feel about this card. I like the design of Rent is due. I have heard some interesting criticism from people being like, I don't want to be thinking about having to pay my rent when I play Magic, but I don't know if that holds up because we murder each other in Magic. There's literally murder as a card, and I don't think you want to be murdered either. So if the idea is like, I don't want to think about negative things, I don't know why. Maybe Rent is due is just more it's something everyone experiences, but yeah, I don't know. I think that might be taking it too seriously. Symbiote Spider-Man. Reprieve. That actually looks, I would play this Reprieve over the other versions. That looks pretty sweet. And Kraven the Hunter. Gonna be an annoying commander. Where's my hot dog? No hot dog. All right. If we miss a hot dog, hey, oh, there it is. We're gonna put that. This is the most important. We're gonna put this in its own pile. That goes in. That's actually the most important card we've opened so far. And we opened several hot dog stands. The deck is coming together. I'm saying, it's coming together. It's coming. Thank you, Watsy. Thank you, Wizards. Let's see. Oh, there it is. We'll put you over there in our food deck pile. Oh, Graham O'Brien is feasting. His garage will never be the same. Forest. Inara. With great power. Wow, 3rd Anti-Venom. All right, we will take 3 Anti-Venoms. Clever Impersonator. Looking pretty cool. And Maximum Carnage. This is the kind of card I'm very curious about. Is Maximum Carnage, is this a... What do you, give me your vote. Does this end up a bulk card that's like 25 cents because it's not really a constructed playable card? Even in Commander, it's kind of fringe, maybe for Go decks. Or is this like a $5 card because it's got Spider-Man comics on it? I think that is the question. That is the question, and that's what's going to make pricing this set so tricky right now is I don't really know. I don't really know if it goes Final Fantasy or if it goes normal Magic set at this point. I will say the reaction, at least on the very online corners of the Magic world, has been more negative than Final Fantasy. Schwamp. Ooh, all right, Peter Parker. Base version, but still. Even the base version, pretty sweet. I think this card's pretty good. This is like standard to Johnny. And wait, no. I'm putting these in the wrong pile. We gotta leave. There we go. We gotta make sure that our hot dog and our food deck is doing all right there. All right, let's see. Superior Spider-Man. Spider-Punk, one of the best Spider-Man, I think, for constructed in the set, for sure. Another Oppo agent, we will take it. And, oh, okay. That is a sweet looking, which one do you like better? They actually, and it's kind of funny. I think I might prefer the base version art. Or like this, the one on the right. But which one do you think is better of the Spider-Punks? I actually think I like the one where he's just kind of chilling with the bubble gum compared to the electric guitar. But both, decent cards. Not super high-end opens, I don't think, but playable cards. And playable is good. All right, let's see what we get here. A bunch of commons, pictures of Spider-Man Island, Parker Luck. Is Parker Luck a person, or is this referring to Peter Parker being lucky? Strength of Will. How about another Silk? Always got to have a Silk. A Tangle to go with our Silk, and a Mysterio. And Mysterio. One of the awkward parts of this set, at least from my perspective, is it's the first Marvel set. Things like villains are very new to Magic. So a card like Mysterio, it could be a really cool card for a villain deck, but you're probably going to have to wait a few more Marvel sets to get enough villains to actually build a villain deck. So some of these cards, I think, will look better as far as their playability in another 2 or 3 years or so as they keep printing Marvel sets. And maybe they bring villains to Magic more. Maybe we get more Magic-themed villains. Strength of Will. Parker Luck, again, familiar. Electro Assaulting Battery. How busted is Electro? Is this new Vivi? I think it's not as good as Vivi, but it still seems like it could be very strong in a Vivi deck. Maybe it's Vivi's replacement, now that we know it's almost certainly going to get banned in November. Bio-Organic Carapace. 4 mana is just so much. But in a modified commander deck, I think it's kind of sweet. Next time we see a bagel and smear, we gotta pull that out too for our food pile. Guy in a chair. I mean, is there any food in there? Is he eating? Wait. Is that food? Is that food by the computer? I can't tell. You know what? I think that's a bag of chips in the deck with the guy in the chair. Secret identity. We're gonna count it. Spider Slayer, Hatred Honored. All right, Mountain. Oscorp Industries. Again, these lands are just so cool. Really, I hope they complete the cycle in future sec. Doc Ock Tentacles. Green Goblin Nemesis. So the, starter or whatever it is, intro deck Green Goblin. Ooh, Nigila is Spider-Gwen. Pretty busted commander. And Oscorp Industries. All right, I guess we got to build a Mayhem deck. And Spider-Man copy token. All right. Well, this box I feel like has not been as good value-wise, although it has added more to our Graham O'Brien deck, so... So I guess that's the real victory. Subway Trade, Gallant Citizen, Mary Jane, Damage Control, all right, Mountain, Biogenic Carapace, The Spot Living Portal, Mysterio, Traumatize. The Spider-Man art's so good on these. It just looks so clean. And Rent is Due Extended Foil. How good do you think this card is in Magic? Like, okay, beginning of your end step, you can tap 2 untap creatures into treasures. If you do, draw a card, otherwise you sack it. If you can keep it going, it's a 1-mana Phyrexian Arena. It doesn't even lose you life. So I feel like I'm like a go wide white commander deck. Why will this pack not open? Did I forget how to open packs? I feel in some sort of like go wide white commander deck, it could be good. I could even see a 1-mana maybe constructed. It's just risky because when it's bad, it's going to be really bad. Like Sacrifice itself. Ooh, throwing a Scout the City here. How about, let's see, Prison Break, Layla, Web Warriors, Plains, Hide on the Ceiling. All right, we'll take another one of those. Sandman. This is another card I'm not sure how good it is. We've never seen a creature with power and toughness equal to your lands this cheap before, but green kind of sucks in Standard. Oh, there's Sutherland, Urban Retreat, also very good. Heroic Intervention, one of the better. I mean, Heroic Intervention, they reprint it constantly, and it's always $10. And then you get the Spider-Man treatment, so it's like 20 or 25 or something. So it's always a good open. And all right, double Sandman and Spider-Man with some webs. Yeah, I don't know if Sandman's going to be busted or not. I could see there being a deck where it's very good, and then I could also see it seeing no play at all. So his base is like 3-mana 3/3 if you just play it on turn 3, which, wow, that is a heavy played illusion villain. Look at that. We just opened the pack and it's already eaten up. Mass Meower. We still need a Bagel and Schmear. Where's our Bagel and Schmear? Ooh, Electro. Another Electro. We'll take it. Bioorganic Carapace. Sure. Friendly Neighborhood. Yep. Feed the Swarm. Boo. Hate it. Scarlet Spider-Man Variety Foil Showcase. I mean, that looks pretty good. I haven't noticed any special foiling on this set. I know there is, but like with Edge of Eternities, we were looking for was it cosmic planetary foils? I don't know. Cosmic foils? I'm sure I'm saying the wrong word there. You know what I mean? It was very obviously, it looked like outer space. This set, I don't think it has a foiling like that. Forest. Mysterio. Oscorp Industries. Hey, Miles. Non-foil, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't realize it says Thwimp. Thwimp. I guess that's the sound of flipping your headphones. Your headphones say Thwimp. Reanimate. Just look at how awesome that card looks. It's just so cool looking. It's just so cool. And Strength of Will. All right, couple more. We need a Soul Stone. We have opened 0 Soul Stones. I feel like box 2 has been worse than box 1 so far. I don't think it's been like horrible, but maybe it's been horrible. But I feel like it's been meaningfully worse. But we got 2 more packs to hit something big. And there are big things that can save the whole box. Spider-Verse. Card's cool. It's just awkward that it's red. Red is an awkward color for Spider synergies. The Clone Saga. Doc Ock Evil Inventor. From the starter kit or whatever. Another Leyline Binding. Foil this time. Wow, it looks even cooler in foil. And Mary Jane Watson. Honestly, I kind of hate Mary Jane in this set. The fact that it's Selesnya means I can't play it in my Spider decks. Wizards. Make it mono green, Wizards. Wizards. But yeah, it just doesn't work in existing Spider decks like Ishkana and Shelob. All right, what do we get? Last pack of box number 2, and we need something good here. This box is going to be a flop. Swamp. Cheering Crowd. That's not it. Origins of Spider-Man. Cool comic art, but also not it. Moreland. Good commander card, but not it. How about Hunter's Insight? Okay, one of the least valuable of the Marvel sheet. And Parker Luck. All right, well, outside of getting the food token, which, I mean, is the most important open so far, box number 2 felt pretty bad. That one felt pretty bad. There were a couple of okay cards, but really, overall, I feel like that box was kind of a whiff. We need a Soul Stone. One of these days, we do these big openings every set. One of these sets, we're actually gonna hit like the $10,000. We're gonna hit the jackpot. We're gonna hit the jackpot. The $10,000 Soul Stone or something. Like sooner or later, it's gonna happen. Maybe not this set, but one of these sets. We did open a couple of serialized cards a long time ago, back when serialized cards were more common. All right, box 3. How we look in Spider-Man box 3? Spider-Man, Peter Parker. So one of the Spider-Man Eternal cards. The Spider-Man Eternal cards I don't expect to be worth too much just because they're pretty underpowered. Again, I don't know why Spider-Man murdered Gwen Stacy. It seems out of character for him, but I'm not a big Spidey fan, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments why. Why did Spider-Man push Gwen Stacy off the roof? Another Skitherix and Mr. Negative. This might be my favorite card in the set. It's just such a cool ability. The ETB life swap ability, and then the card draw ability if you end up losing life in the exchange. It's just such a cool design. Easily one of my favorite cards in the set. Worst case, going to be a really fun commander. Maybe we can do something with it in standard, although it is awkward that it gets kind of hard locked by Screaming Nemesis. That part's not the most ideal. All right, well, Taxi Driver. Is there any food? Nah, I don't see any food. Hey, there it is. There it is. Bagel and Smear. All right, get over here with our hot dog. Join the deck, Bagel and Smear. Okay. Y'all always yell at me for not organizing my cards well enough. And I've taken it to heart. You can see my Bagel and Smear pile here. Agent Venom. Lizard, Connor's Curse. I feel like this is a good commander card, too. Web of Lifestream. It's kind of like a Beast Within type effect. Can get rid of commanders permanently. Interdimensional Web Watch. I will say, even though they expanded the set out to make it bigger, it's still smaller than most sets, and the expanding was mostly adding commons so they could at least pretend like you could draft it or do the pick 2 draft thing or whatever. I will say, I feel like there's a lot of redundancy in these packs. We're seeing like the same cards over and over again already, and we're only 3 boxes in. Spot again, Sandman again, Pumpkin Bombs again, Unexpected Windfall. I like Unexpected. Would I play this version? I play Unexpected Windfall in a lot of Commander decks. The art looks fine. I don't know if I would play it or not though. Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. And Peter Parker's camera, okay. The B-Man. All right. So, where's our Soulstones, wizards? How about a Soulstone? Soulstone or Spider or costume change Spider-Man. That's what we really need here. We need something. Because the last box was not a banger for us. Ooh, Cosmic Spider-Man. All right, first Cosmic Spider-Man. It is foiled, just the base version, though. Mary Jane Watson, again, Ultimate Green Goblin. Still interested in the Mayhem deck. Rest in peace. The art on that one's pretty good. I would play that one. And, oh, still, Spidey. Stop murdering Gwen. I gotta read why. I don't understand. That's how I learned about pop culture. Like, from these openings and from these Universes Beyond sets, now I know that, like, Cloud and Sephiroth are brothers. Spider-Man murdered Gwen Stacy. I'm catching up. Spider-Woman, Stunning Savior. First time we've seen Spider-Woman. Iron Spider, comeuppance. That art is pretty funny. Punch him in the chest and hit yourself in the face. And Silk. It's been a minute since we've gotten to Silk. It's been a minute. I feel like this box is off to a slow start too, but we're like halfway through this opening. We still have 2 full boxes and half of this box, so there is time. There is time for the boxes to redeem themselves. How about a Villainous Wrath? I do like that card. I do like Villainous Wrath. Spider-Ham Peter Porker. Maybe my least favorite card in the set. Well, no, but on the list. Does that make it, when it enters, it makes a food? And it is literally in the other version, a pig eating a hot dog. Does that go in the food deck? It might. Imposter Syndrome. You know they had to do it. How do you not put the meme on a card if you get the chance? They had to do it. I feel like the dimensions could have been better. It should be zoomed out a little bit more, but you get the point. You get the point. Silk Guard and Arachne. And do you get an art card in, like, I feel like there's way more art cards than in past packs. It's not every pack because we still get tokens, but I feel like we've gotten way more art cards than we have in the past. All right, going into the second half of box number 3. Oh, okay. Big old Schmear. Yeah. Gotta set that aside. Need a backup. Island, Lizard, Connor's Cures. Craven's Last Hunt. Okay, that's a flavor win. This is Arasta, Master Weaver, Web Protector, and all right, Inara, Heart of the Spider. Sure. Inara, I don't think is worth much of anything. How iconic is Inara as a character? I don't know who Inara is. Is Inara like a S tier Spider-Man character, a B tier, F tier? I'm also curious about Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary with great power and foil. J. Jonah Jameson, Maximum Carnage, Winds of Change. Okay, I mean that's a solid $25. And that's a hit. That is a hit. I think this is like 100 plus. Eddie Brock, Borderless Showcase, flipping around into Venom. Wow, look at how awesome that card. Just take a minute. Whether you like Spider-Man, whether you like Universes Beyond, whether you care about any of this stuff, just look at that card. That card looks so cool. It looks so cool. Like, what else can you say? It is just a really cool looking piece of cardboard. Yeah, and it's worth a lot of money, so. Also a win when you are $4,000 into Spider-Man boxes of all things. All right, what do we get here? How about, I mean, that's a hit at least. We need more of those. I really want a Soulstone. We have not found a Soulstone. J. Jonah Jameson, Hydro Man, one of the coolest designs from the set for sure. I don't know if this card's actually good, but I think it's a super cool design. Ooh, Multiversal Passage. I feel like this could be a playable land. We've seen lands similar. This is just the best version of the play it and it becomes a land type land. Another Son half and Shadow of the Goblin. I also feel that art's also pretty cool. I also think this is one of the better cards in the set. 2 mana, you get to rummage every turn, And then if you play a card from anywhere except your hand, you get to ping everyone for 1. I feel like that card's gonna be really good in like Prosper style decks and Mayhem style decks. There's just so many different synergies for the combination of looting and playing stuff from exile, playing stuff from your graveyard, probably wins with like Underworld Breach. I think that card's gonna actually be very good. Grow some arms, how about that? Web Shooter, terrific team up, Heroes Hangout, Mountain. Black Cat, all right, that's our first Black Cat. Basically upgraded, I think upgraded Gonti. More expensive, but you see more cards. Spinneret, Venom from the starter decks. Counterspell. They love printing Counterspell with whatever crossover they're doing. There's always a Counterspell with Sweetheart and Ultimate Green Goblin extended foil. Okay. Honestly, I feel like I don't know how we're doing. I'm feeling like the first box was good and the second 2 boxes have not been that good considering the amount of money we're into them, but I guess we'll see. Like I said, the prices are so in flux at the moment anyway. Schwamp, Mary Jane, Lady Octopus. How about it? Ooh, okay, there we go. Norman Osborn. These are the cards you want. You want the non like super crazy stuff, like the $10,000, $20,000 Soulstone or whatever. Out of just like the normal stuff. The flip cards in the comic book styles are just some of the best cards that you can just normally get in the set. And I think Norman Osborn, although I wish this was my boy Fleam. Where's my boy Fleam? Green Goblin, you're fine, but Fleam, that is an actual character. Inferno, move over, Green Goblin. Fleam is here. Spider Woman, Stunning Savior. Ooh, that foiling does look, I do like that foiling. I'm telling you, so many art cards, infinite art cards. Let's look closer. I feel like the way the border pops in the foiling looks really nice. It does look really good. That is a cool looking card. Well, all right. Last pack of box number 3. We could really use a $20,000 Soulstone. That would be, I would not complain. I would not complain. Or Baghead Spider-Man. Either one. We will accept either one, Wizards. This pack only. The offer's off the table. Spider-Man Noir, Island, Venom Blast. I feel like these starter deck cards in the super expensive collector boosters are kind of a waste of a slot. Shadow of the Green Goblin, Cheering Crowd, Rite of Replication. We've got a few of those. Lady Octopus. Ugh, all right. Lady Octopus is one of those cards that people will think is good, but once they play with it, they're going to be like, it's actually way harder to use than I thought. All right, box number 4. Let's see how we're doing. I mean, what's this mean? 24 more packs to get this Soulstone or a costume change Spider-Man. Ooh, all right, there we go. Box number 4. So I want to say box number 1 good, box number 2 and 3 equally mediocre. Box number 4, this is gonna be the one. This is the one. I have faith in Spider-Man for some reason. Spider-Man will save us, but not Gwen Stacy. I don't know what she did, but Web Warriors, Mountain, Web of Life and Destiny, Electro, okay. I mean, one of the better rares. Craven the Hunter, Shock, Parker Luck. All right. Not the craziest pack. I swear there's some mythics we haven't seen. A lot of the rares I feel like we've already seen over and over again. What do we get in this pack? Get through them commons into Hide on the Ceiling. All right. I mean, I really feel like this card's gonna be good, gonna be worth something. Mary Jade, Grasping Tentacles. Target opponent mills 8. You can put an artifact card from that player's graveyard on the battlefield under your control. So 3 mana, mill 8. Yeah, maybe in Commander, not in Constructed. All right, wins a change. That's still fine. And Bioorganic Carapace. There's some Mary Jane action. I'm curious, do y'all actually do anything with the art cards? Like, now that I always just literally treated them like tokens and they just end up in some random bulk like throwaway box. But do people collect them? Are there actually people watching this video that collect the art cards? I'm curious. And has the fact that they have cool art on them now, has that made you, like, has Universes Beyond made you start collecting them, or recent sets? Biogenic Carapace, again. How about a Kraven's Last Hunt? Ooh, Gwen Stacy, okay. Not foil, unfortunately, but again, flipping over into Ghost Spider. I feel like Gwen Stacy lags behind the other ones. I don't know if it's the character or the card or what, but price-wise, this is not as high as, like, Miles or Peter Parker, but still good. Mystic Confluence, and, all right, another extended foil, Mr. Negative. We'll take it. Mr. Negative, I think when it's all said and done, I feel like it's got to be one of the more popular commanders from the set. I don't know. Maybe all the Spider-Man will be all people build out of the set. What do we get out of this pack? How about Peter Parker's camera? Lady Octopus again. Sensational Spider-Man. This was the first card they spoiled from the set. And I was like, oh, the Spider-Man set's going to have like a stun counter theme. And then they previewed the set, and I don't think there's another stun counter in the entire set. Maybe there's one on a random comment or something, but it is definitely not the theme. Shadow of the Goblin. This card is actually pretty cool. So this is what? Remove the Mask or something the name is. But there's a super old Magic card called Unmask. The same artist did this art, and it's a very obvious callback to Unmask, a Magic card printed like 25 years ago, which I thought was actually a super cool callback. I really like. One of my criticisms of the set is I felt like it didn't like mechanically fit that well into Magic. Like, it's spiders that are in the wrong colors to play with spiders and so forth. But I think stuff like this is a cool way to integrate sets like Spider-Man into the game's history a little bit. So more of that I would be fine with. What do we get here? Cheering crowd. Boo. We don't want more of you. Hide on the ceiling. Spot living portal. Unexpected windfall. Oscorp Industries. Man, are we going to go through this whole thing without getting a Soul Stone? Even the base version of Soul Stone's like over $100 currently. It is easily the chase card of the set, and we have gotten literally 0 of them, which is very concerning. That's where the money's at. How about Spider-Man Miles Morales? Sure. That Spider-Man, leave her alone, Spider-Man. What did Gwen ever do to you? Interdimensional Wed Watcher, Skitherix, Lady Octopus. All right. Sure. So what Marvel set do you want to see next? We know they're doing multiple Marvel sets, several Marvel sets. Speculation there might be 6 altogether with 1 Soul Stone in each. But what else would make sense from a Marvel perspective? I'm the what's an X-Men guy, remember, so I'm not the person to answer this question. Clone Saga, Ren is due. Clever Impersonator. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a Gwen. That's a Gwen Stacy, this time in foil. Ghost Spider variant. I think this is the more valuable of the 2 variants. I think. I'm pretty sure. Well, that's a hit. It's not a Soul Stone level hit, but it still is a hit. We will accept it. This pack's getting a little light, though. Or this box is getting a little light. More than halfway through it. But I feel like Avengers, I've heard of that before. X-Men, beyond that, I have no idea. Swamp. Superior Spider-Man, Black Cat, with the comic book treatment. Spider-Ham, Peter Porker. We got to get the other version for the deck, for our Bagel and Schmear deck here. We haven't found the base version yet. Hunter's Insight and a Spider Sense. Not sure how good this card is. Web Slinging Counterspell's interesting. Only hitting instants and sorceries and triggered abilities, though. Doesn't get Soul Cauldron, doesn't get Profs. Well, I think it's a card. Remember, these cards exist for so long now. Like, even in Standard, they exist for 3 years. So I imagine it's a card that will matter in the future, I would guess. But I don't know if I play in the current Standard meta. Forest. Ooh, all right, Norman Osborn. I mean, so this is not the greatest version. This is just the base foil. But Fleam! Where are you, Fleam? But this is, it's another Fleam. Who would not want another Fleam? Symbiote Spider-Man. Ooh. How about Superior Spider-Man? Rest in peace, this time in foil. And Strength of Will. Man, the last card in the pack is where the money is. Usually. That's usually where the money is. And I feel like our last card in the packs have not been that good this time. Disappointing. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, we got another token for our guy in the garage eating food deck. It is coming along nicely. How about Red is due, Jackal, Green Goblin Nemesis, Savage Beating, and Sandman. Da-na-na-na-na. Enter not off to Never Land. Oh, Metallica. All right. What do we get? Two more packs out of this box. Subway Train. Yeah, this card. This is another kind of like, I don't know, guy doing the normal thing. And I don't know. I just don't know about that spaceship in the background. I don't know. Is that an Easter egg of some kind? Spider-Man India. How about a Schwamp? Multiversal Passage. All right, that's fine. We'll take it. Peter Luck. Nah. Ooh, Spider-Punk. All right, that's a nice Spider-Punk. Oppo Agent. I mean, we'll take Oppo Agent. That is a valuable card. And Carnage Crimson Chaos. I have not noticed any special foiling on these cards. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I feel like it's all normal. Man, that's another, look at that. Look at that. My art card, Wizards. Look at that, out of the box. Look at that, Wizards. That could have been a $20,000 Soulstone with a ding in it. All right, last pack of box 4, and we really could use something good because I feel like we might be getting kind of wrecked. After box 1, I don't know, maybe it's way better than I think, and everything's going to add up way more. Silk, Scarlet Spider-Man Riley, Ultimate Green Goblin, oh, Master Weaver, and Craven. All right, well, one more box to go. Here we go. Box number 5. This has got to be the one. This has got to be the one. Look at how good I am at opening. Ooh, just twist, pull. All right, I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut this out. Professional box opener here. Professional box opener. All right, last box. So all we want out of this box is a friggin' Soulstone. A friggin' Soulstone. A Baghead Spider-Man. And another Bagel and Smear. And then I'll be happy. That's it. Actually, no, we really need the Peter Porker. The pig eating a hot dog for the Graham O'Brien deck. Oh, guy in a chair. Wait, yeah. You go over there. We're gonna be able to build 2 copies of the Graham O'Brien deck here in a minute. Mountain. How about a Symbiote Spider-Man? Shadow of the Goblin, Cheering Crowd, Goblin Bombardment, and Friendly Neighborhood. I will say, opening a lot of boxes of these, it does remind me a little bit of like Assassin's Creed. Not as bad. Or like Aftermath or something. It feels like the redundancy of the rares reminds me of that. But now there's some random commons thrown in. Spider-Man Noir, Island, Origins of Spider-Man, Black Cat, another Spider-Punk, Terminate with pretty cool art, and Iron Spider Stark Upgrade. Man, we're not going to get... Are we going to open 5 boxes and not get a Soulstone? If we open 5 boxes and don't get a Soulstone or a costume change Spider-Man, that's really rough. I think the math is maybe not in our favor at this point. But value-wise, if we don't hit one of those, oh man, this might be disastrous. This might be disastrous. Lizard. All right, Cosmic Spider-Man. We will accept a Cosmic Spider-Man. I expect people will build that as commander. Mystic Confluence and foil, and a Black Cat comic book. Sure. Oh, there's a hot dog. Put you over there. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous that we're not gonna get it. I don't know. Like I said, maybe these cards are adding up way more than I think. It's just so rough when boxes are $800-900. If you don't hit some of the high-end stuff, it is hard to make that back. Even during our chaotic inflated presale period. Swamp, Radioactive Spider, Hide on the Ceiling, sure. Spider Sense, sure. Ooh, Doc Ock, Armed and Dangerous, Tentacling up a Spider-Man. And
Bro, you see,
another,
I can
okay,
see this.
I mean, it's the Hide on the Ceiling bag.
Sheets and
Extended
see,
Hide on the
comparing.
Ceiling bag. One of them's foil though. Hopefully Hide on the Ceiling ends up being worth something because we have opened a lot of those. All right, what do we have? Almost through the first half of box number 5, our final box. Ooh, guy in the chair. What do we get? Forest, Scarlet Spider-Man Riley, Mary Jane Watson, Ultimate Green Goblin. Oh, I messed it up. Infernal Grasp. That art is cool. The card's not worth anything. The art's cool though. And a Symbiote Spider-Man. This is another one. Like, oh man, I just don't know about the prices. Is Symbiote Spider-Man a $5 card? A 25-cent card? A $10 card? If this was a Magic character, you print this exact same card, but it's an in-universe card, I would fully expect it to be a bulk rare, right? 25 cents, 50 cents, whatever, something like that. Is there a Spider-Man bump? That is the question, similar to Final Fantasy. Are people going to pay more for Symbiote Spider-Man because it's Symbiote Spider-Man? Just because they love Spider-Man? That's the question that I don't have the answer to. But we're going to find out pretty soon as City Pigeon. Well, look at that hot dog. That's not a guy, though. Does a City Pigeon count as a guy? Does it go in the deck? Do we put it over there? Yeah, it is another hot dog. Man, this set has I'm pretty sure 200% more hot dogs than all the rest of Magic sets combined. Hey, Miles Morales. Okay, that's a hit. Not the best version, but still, that is a hit. Carnage, sure. Peter Parker's camera, sure. 9 lives. We haven't seen that before. That's a new one. And cheering crowd. We love you, Spider-Man. We do not love opening cheering crowd, though, because speaking of bulk rares, I'm pretty sure that one's a bulk rare. It's a bulk rare, and it doesn't even have Spider-Man on it, so I don't think it's going to be saved by the character. Well, second half of box 2. If we're going to hit ourselves a Soul Stone, we are running out of time. Spider-Man UK with the super big flag. Look at that flag. It just waves for days and days. Planes. Hey, we did it. Okay. We might not get a Soul Stone. We might not get Baghead Spider-Man, but at least we got a Spider-Ham Peter Porker, which definitely goes in the deck. That is a pig eating a hot dog. Actually, wait, that's another hot dog. 300% more hot dogs than the rest of Magic put together. Kind of impressive, actually. Oscorp Industries, Doc Ock, Master Planner. How about a Hex and Agent Venom? Well, okay. We achieved one of our goals, which is get the pig eating the hot dog for the guy in his garage eating food deck. That means in these packs, Baghead Spider-Man, we got, what, 5 left? All right. This pack's going to be the Baghead Spider-Man, and then the last pack, we're saving them all for then. The last 2 packs, Soul Stone, Baghead Spider-Man, and then we retire on our newfound Spider-Man wealth to build the deck. Whoosh. See, Secret Identity is the name of the card. This is a card that calls back to Unmask with the same artist even. Swamp. Death of Gwen, Spider-Man, leave her alone. Death Against Stacy, Jackal. Villainous Wrath. Terminate. Well, okay, that's a cool looking multiversal passage. It's foil, the art's good. Not a Soul Stone, but we'll take it. We'll replace it here in our little, how about that, multiversal passage. Actually, no, wait. Hang on. We gotta do this properly. There we go. That's where we keep our most important card we've opened so far. All right, what do we get out of, oh boy, pack number 8 out of box number 5, I want to say. Spider-Man, oh, that's another one. Heroic Horde. Island. Lethal Protection. 4 mana, blow up a creature, return target 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand at sorcery speed. Man, you can tell it's a starter deck card, that's for sure. Spider-Woman, Spawning Savior, could be a standard playable card. Urban Retreat, good card. Beast Within. Would I play this Beast Within? Probably. I don't have a special version of Beast Within that I always play. This one does look pretty cool. And Hydro Man, Fluid Felon. I really like the design on Hydro Man. It's not worth the money, but that's okay. Man, 3 packs. We need a spectacular Spider-Man, and we need us a Soul Stone, and we're running out of time. Okay, how about Plains? Another Spider-Punk, sure. Radioactive Spider, this time with the showcase treatment. Doc Ock, again. Parallel Lives. Ooh, okay, that's a hit. That's it. This is I believe the most expensive card, or tied for the most expensive card on the Marvel sheet. The funny thing is I don't actually like the art on this one. I think the art actually looks kind of jank. Not the artist, just like the concept of the art I don't really like. Yeah, I don't actually like the art, but I'm not going to complain about opening a $40, $50 bill. And Kraven's Last Hunt. It is so cool that it actually looks like a comic book panel. Like, it just, the concept on that, wow, look at that signature. War? Who's the artist? Oh, that's Wayne Reynolds' signature? I guess I make Wayne R. Okay, I get it. Well, all right, here we go. So this is a pack with the Baghead Spider-Man, right? And then the last one is the $20,000 Soul Stone. All right, let's, wait, there it is. You go over there. Okay, here we go. 2 packs to go. This and one more. The penultimate pack. of our $4,000 Spider-Man opening. All right, Forest, Urban Retreat, fine, but not a banger. Spinner and Spiderling, not fine nor a banger. Grasping Tentacles, sure, whatever. Silk Guard, okay, and... Well, okay. Okay, it's not the Spider-Man, but Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer. It's a valuable card. We will take it. At least it's something. At least it's something. All right, here we go. I mean, this is our last shot. This is literally it. It all comes down to this. Can we hit one last big card to hopefully redeem some of this? Because right now, I'm feeling like we got wrecked value-wise. I'm feeling like we got super wrecked value-wise. Oh boy, Bear might not be eating for a few weeks. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So this is, oh no. Well, okay, that's not gonna work with double face cards. All right. I was gonna do the traditional hot dog card. You go over there. I was gonna do the traditional face down thing, but double face cards ruined that plan. So I think I spoiled the ending a little bit. Swamp, Interdimensional Web Watch, Arachne Psionic Weaver. Okay, Eddie Brock. It is not foil. It's not foil, but that is a hit. Eddie Brock flipping over into Venom Lethal Protector in the comic book style. That's good. Mind Break Trap, is that foil? It's not foil. I think Mind Break Trap is still worth like 20 bucks or something. The foil though is more expensive. And then last, but certainly, hey, all right. I mean, what other way would you end a $4,000 Spider-Man Collector Booster Box opening than by having the last card be, well, look at how those glasses shimmer and foil, then having the last card be the Amazing Spider-Man? Well, I will say, I am feeling right now, coming out of these boxes, like maybe our boxes were not amazing. 5 collector booster boxes, around $4,000 of collector booster boxes, 0 soul stones, 0 spectacular Spider-Man costume changes. We did hit some good like MDFCs, a few decent cards on the special sheet. My gut reaction is we got absolutely hammered on this one, that we just got absolutely wrecked. But I'm going to come up with some numbers, do my best to price out this stuff, and Future Seth will be back in a minute to wrap all this up. All right, Future Seth here. You can tell because Future Seth has clothes that are very ripped and torn and beat up, and that's because past Seth is the kind of idiot that would spend $4,000 on Spider-Man collector booster boxes. This went about as bad as a box opening could go. So I was actually really excited for this box opening. Over on the main channel a few days ago, I made a video basically saying that I thought that Spider-Man was a bad set, and my criticisms of that set were all gameplay and set design related. It was not having the same cards on Arena as in paper. It was not being designed for a draft format. It was having 40 different versions of the same character, stuff like that. So I was actually really looking forward to this opening because I was hoping that my conclusion was going to be, okay, I don't think this set's very good from a gameplay perspective, but this set has a ton of cool cards. It's got a bunch of expensive cards, so even if it's not great for gameplay, it's really awesome to open. So that's what I was hoping would happen. But then we opened 5 boxes. They're $800 a piece right now, $4,000 of Spider-Man collector booster boxers. And if you add everything together, guess how much value in Magic cards we got back out of those boxes? The answer is we got back $1,997, which means essentially we spent $4,000 on product and we got $2,000 in value, which I guess means we kind of lost $2,000 in about an hour of opening boxes, which I have never experienced before. If you go back to our Final Fantasy opening, I came away from that opening feeling like we got wrecked, and I actually went back and checked, and those boxes were like, one of them we lost 50 bucks, one of them we lost like 200 bucks. It wasn't good, but it was also nothing like this, and I knew things went off the rails with this opening as soon as I started pricing things out, literally on box 1, because if you go back to the beginning of the video, I remember saying, okay, I think box 1 is our best box. That's been our best box so far. Box 2, box 3, I don't think they're as good. So as soon as I started adding things up and I saw that box 1 came in at negative $253, I knew that we were super screwed. And that's how it turned out. Box 1, negative 253. Box 2, negative 507. Box 3, negative 373. Box 4, minus 442. Box 5, minus 428. So we were consistently losing like half of the value that we paid or more on every box. And our good box, in the good box was a box where I think we opened 3 cards that were worth more than $100. We literally, outside of fitting the $800 super rare costume change Spider-Man cards, or like the $20,000 incredibly rare, like serialized card style rare, golden soul stone, we were opening the most expensive cards you can get in the entire set. And we still lost $250. If that is not enough to break even, I don't know how you can, outside of just literally opening something that's serialized card scarce or close to serialized card scarce. So if you add all this together, please do not buy Spider-Man boxes. Like, seriously. And this is not me saying this is like, don't buy it because I don't like the Spider-Man set. Whatever, spend your money however you want. From a financial perspective, from someone who wants to be able to pay their rent next month, don't buy these boxes because they are just not a good value proposition at $800. If they drop down to like $500, go ham, have fun, do whatever you want. I love the cool treatments. The cards looked amazing. The value's just not there out of an $800 booster box. So anyway, that's our Spider-Man booster box opening. Oh, it was a rough one. Of course, if you need any Spider-Man cards, what you should do is just head over to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, and pick up the singles you need. Anything we open today, you're going to be able to find on their website. So head over to cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish, pick up the singles you want, skip the booster boxes. And of course, if you need to sell some cards, and after how this opening went, I am definitely going to have to do this, you should go over to cardconduit.com/mtggoldfish. That's way easier than buy listing. So anyway, everyone, that's Spider-Man. That is how to lose $2,000 in about 55 minutes. And yeah, that's been our video for today. I hope you enjoyed watching me get absolutely wrecked. Please don't do this at home. It is really a bad idea. And I guess I'll be back for another one soon. So until then, everyone, have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Today, I'm super excited. We've got 4 collector booster boxes of Edge of Eternities, like $1,300 a product, and we're gonna crack them open, see if we can find an ancient tomb or two, maybe some super sweet planets or spacecraft, some expensive showcase foils, so let's get into it. Before we crack the boxes, a quick note on the pricing. So the way I price boxes when we open them during pre-sales, when prices are super high, is I take the current retail price of the cards and I knock 40 to 50% off, because that's on average how much a set drops in price once it's opened and all the supply gets on the market. In the distant past, I used just straight up pre-sale prices, but that made it look like every box was worth way too much because you can't actually sell cards for its pre-sale prices and prices drop super quickly. So that's how I'm doing it for now. It's not perfect, but it usually gives us a relatively close approximation of where cards are actually going to end up. But anyway, let's crack some boosters. Here we go. Box number 1, Edge of Eternities. I gotta say, I have been waiting for this one. Final Fantasy is cool and all, but for me, what I like the most is space. The art in this set, I swear, I know I've heard a lot of complaints about Magic's art recently. People say it's worse than it was, in the 90s or whatever, which I think is partly nostalgia and partly, I agree in some cases, like Ether Rift art, my god, but like the flavor of that set was so bad. Oh my god, I hate that set. But this set, Edge of Eternities, the space art is so cool. It is literally, I think, some of the best art that Wizards has had made in the modern era of Magic. It is so incredibly good. All right, so what are we looking for out of this set? So the most expensive cards are, what are they? The Fractured Foil Showcase treatment. Some of those are hundreds of dollars. No serialized cards in this set. And then the land slot has some pretty expensive cards, especially if you get the borderless poster version. Those are the highest end version. My god, I'm opening that pack horribly. All right, here we go. Oh wait, did they reverse? They reversed the order. That's kind of cool. It used to be with collector boosters that the best card was right in the front, but they switched it around, which is sweet. Ooh, all right. I swear, these lands to me, they're so good. They look so nice, but they look like unset lands to me. It used to be you had to buy an unset to get lands like this, and now you can just get them in Edge of Eternities. I think they're worth a few bucks too, the foil ones. Well, all right, here we go. Loading zone foil. Baloth Prime, one of the commander cards. Bioengineered Future, pretty sweet in a +1/+1 counter deck. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Look at that foiling in there. Oh wow. Gemstone Caverns, I'm pretty sure second most expensive card on the land sheet behind Ancient Tube. And man, it looks sweet in foil. Oh man, what a cool card. The outer space art really makes this set for me. Like that's what makes me most excited, is just cards like this look so good. Well, that is a hit. Weapons Manufacturing, probably going to be a good against odds cards, and Robot Token. Well, first pack off to a good start with the Gemstone Caverns. All right, pack number 2. Let's just keep doing that. I think you get, I believe, a card from the land sheet in every pack, right? I believe that's how it's supposed to work. Well, pack 2, we're mostly going to just skim through the commons and uncommons, since there's a couple of uncommons that are in like the $2 price range right now, but there's nothing big value-wise. I think this is actually one of the $2 ones, the Umbral Collars outlet, one of the best sack outlets we've gotten in a while. All right, what do we get here? Island. In Space. Warmaker Gunship, kind of a bulk rare. Ooh, Hearthhold the World Seed. So this is extended version of one of the commanders from the commander set. I don't know if it's worth much. Sometimes the extended commanders are worth a little bit. Space-Time Anomaly, one of the best Hopestium cards we've had in a while. Ooh, Eldrazi Temple. Okay, not as good as Gemstone Caverns, but still a hit. Pinnacle Starcage, and a robot. I think the land sheet, this set's really interesting, because normally you're hoping to hit a serialized card, right? No serialized cards in this set, as I mentioned before. However, and these packs open differently. Ooh, art card. However, there are still like $400 or $500 cards on the land sheet. The land sheet Ancient Tomb Forest is the big one. Okay, random black thing. Moxite Refinery, Pain for All, one of my favorite cards from the set. Turn anything into a stuffy doll is a cool idea. Blink Moth Nexus. Oh, okay. Talk about value. That is, wow, look at that galaxy foil. Look at it, looks like you're in outer space. It looks, at first I was like, oh, these cards look so dark, but I think that's like to make them look outer spacey, right? It looks like stars are shining. It looks like planets in the sky. It's so, oh my god, what a card. The only thing I will complain about, that is, I mean, that's a hit. That is a hit. That is a galaxy foil breeding pool. I don't know the exact price, but I'm imagining it's got to be 100, I would say, maybe. The only thing I will complain about with these lands, oh, this was supposed to be the good pile. The only thing I will complain about with these lands is they do look a lot like the ones we got in Infinity not that long ago. They do look very similar, but they still, I mean, they look spectacular. Okay, more Galaxy Foil fetch lands, please. Or shock lands, I mean. More Galaxy Foil shock lands. Will not complain. Even the basics just look sweet. Look at like how the colors pop. They just look so good. Singularity Rupture, very crim card. Surge Conductor, 0-point Ballad. Okay, Mystifying Maze, one of the worst of the land sheet cards. Ooh, Tanic. Tanic's, ooh, I think this is actually an expensive card. That is Showcase Foil Tanic. Our new Sneak Attack Kavu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a hit. I think we're running good, which I think we're due to run good, because we got absolutely trashed in Final Fantasy. My god, did we run bad opening? I mean, the problem with Final Fantasy was just too expensive. I don't even know if we ran that bad. It was just, that set was so ridiculously expensive to open. $1,200. These are back down in the like just over $300 price range. Much more reasonable to actually pull a profit at $300. I swear this looks like an Infinity land. Oh my god, most expensive card in the main set. Tezzeret Cruel Captain in foil. I mean, that's like 50, 60 bucks at the moment. Expiration Brew Chip. Although when I do the prices on this, we do a little deduction, as I mentioned in the intro. Ooh, the right hand. Echoing Depths. Oh my god, I Still Explorer. Extended foil. Perhaps the most busted card in the set, one of them. And kind of a cool looking art card. Oh, we're running hot today. This is a good box. This is a good box. We are off to a pretty good start already. All right, what do we get here? Halfway through box 1 of 4. Get through the commons and uncommons. Hymn of the Fallen. Little Schwamp action. Hard light containment. Hatchery. A Mudian hatchery. The hits don't stop. Exalted Sunboard extended. And how about a Dust Bowl? And Loading Zone. All right. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right. Next up, what do we get? Entering half 2 of box 1. I was going to try to sort out the good cards, but I think I've given up. I think I've given up on that. I think I've given up on sorting out the good cards. It's going to go like it always goes with random piles. Forest. Ooh. The foiling just looks so neat. Oh my god, another Ice Tail Explorer. Pretty sure that's the best rare in the set. Uthros Research Craft. That might actually be a hit. That's, I think, one of the better cards from the Commander precons. Dryadine. Crystal Quarry. Sunset Saboteur. And kind of cool looking art card. All right, I mean, we'll take the Ice Tail Explorers. We will take all of it. I think that's a card, honestly. I mean, I don't want to call for bannings in Commander, but it reminds me of Courser of Crewfix in the way that, like, it combines 2 effects together that probably shouldn't be combined together. I think that card is just incredibly busted in, like, any green deck. It's so incredibly good. Swamp, Bioengineered Future, Death Shaper Titan, Starwinder. Cool art. Scavenger Grounds, and, ooh, wow. Ooh. Galaxy, is that Galaxy Foil? No, that's not Galaxy Foil, it's normal foil. I don't know if this card's that good, but man, look at that art. The art is just so good in this set. Even when we open cards that aren't worth that much, they just look so good. It's been a while since I felt like in In-Universe Magic set just had killer art. I can't even remember the last time. I just love this set based on the art alone pretty much. What do we get? What do we get here? Island, Lumen Class Frigate, Radiant Summit. Enter tapped unless you control. Oh, these are the Tango lands, the completion of the Tango Land Cycle, Synthesizer Lab, another Blank Moth Nexus. Oh, careful. Pinnacle Emissary. I think Pinnacle Emissary is a good card. It's not going to be worth a ton, but I am kind of hyped about it in like Modern. In Modern, you get so many free artifacts that I feel like warping it on one and just going like Mox, Mishra's Bobble, or whatever, Emery, might actually be a legit strategy. It is a little annoying that the tokens can't block, but whatever. Whatever, you can't have it all. What do we get here? Mountain, Weft Walking. Probably one of the art's so cool. The art is so cool. But probably one of the least valuable mythics in the set. Swarm, Coral of the Void, Cathedral of War. Not as... Oh! Okay, we got the headliner. Sothera the Super Void. I'm not even sure how good this card is, but I think this treatment is actually very, very expensive. I don't know. It's like a Grave Pact, but it goes away. But it's also a super cool looking mythic. Maybe a Grave Pact that goes away makes it better. I think one of the problems with Grave Pact is it's almost one of those it's too good, it's bad kind of cards, if that makes sense. Like, or it's so good, it's bad. If you Grave Pact, you're either going to like grief the table and people are going to get salty, or they are going to kill you if they can. Because Grave Pact makes it very hard to play Magic. So maybe a Grave Pact that goes away is actually better in some ways. Cool art. I don't think this card's worth much, so if it... Inventor's Fair. I mean, that's got to be worth something, because it's like $10 normally. Consult the Star Charts. Probably not as good as Stock Up, but still pretty good card draw. Well, I feel like this has been a good box. I feel like this has been a pretty good box. We haven't got an Ancient Tomb, although maybe we're about to open one. No Ancient Tomb, but otherwise, I feel like we have hit some of the best cards we could possibly hit in this set. Actually, I really like this card in Commander. A 3-mana mana rock that also draws you a bunch of cards, like Seagate Restorations in the late game, seems kind of insane to me. Playing, ooh, Godless Shrine. Not Galaxy Foil, but still, we will take. Oh, that's Sothera. I see it. It's in the art. Haha! I know that planet. I know that black hole. See, I'm learning the lore of this. Something cool's in the back, I think. Another new land cycle card. Oh God! All right, Godless Shrine. This is the Godless Shrine pack. So extended non-galaxy foil Godless Shrine, Cathedral of Oregon, and Ragos, Deft Gastronaut. This might be worth something. It is the most popular commander from the set. But I mean, we got two. we got two shocks in that pack. Two of the same shock in that pack. So feeling pretty good after box one. I gotta say, box one, kind of ridiculous. Like, other than not getting an Ancient Tomb, there is not much. There is not much else we wanted out of that box. This will work. There we go. Box number 2 of Edge of Eternities. Well, here we go. Let's get an Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb's what I want the most, just because it's worth the most, but I'll also just take all the shock lands. We haven't opened any of the planet lands yet. That we have not. All right, box 2. Can we beat box 1 somehow? Which I'm actually kind of skeptical. I feel like that box 1 was very good. Island, Memorial Vault, Moxie Finite, Sledgecast Sheet Ship, Hissing Quagmire. They brought back all the creature lands. Unfortunately, they're not really worth much of it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, not the best planet land, but still, that is Showcase Treatment Black Planet Land. So I think white and a signed. Okay, there's some money. We got the signature. A signed art card. I would say black is mid-tier. I think red's worst. White, blue, green best. Black in the middle. Probably white, blue best. Green, black in the middle. Something like that is how I would rank the planet lands currently. In the dark, since I haven't really got to play with them yet, but I feel like black is powerful, but it's gonna be tricky to turn on in some decks. All right, Dawnsire. New combo commander. 100 damage to your Stuffy Doll, to your Screaming Nemesis. Expiration Brood Ship. That's actually, I think, worth something maybe. It turns into an expiration kind of quick, although the power of expiration is you do it from turn 1. This, you need to tap 3 power worth of creatures to get an expiration. So it's probably not expiration good, but I guess it turns into a 4/4 eventually. The Endstone Extended Mythic. Reflecting Pool. Okay, that's a nice Reflecting Pool. And how about more Sledgecast Seed Ships? All right, that's Sledgecast kind of a whiff. We have so many of these green cheetah thing into play cards in standard right now, and I don't know, maybe with Seed Ship plus Kona plus the green planet land, maybe we could build a deck around them now. Maybe we're getting there, but so far they haven't been especially playable. Island, Secluded Starforge, commander card, Rust Harvester. Sunken Citadel. How about, all right, Sacred Foundry, is that, okay, not Galaxy Foil, but Showcase Sacred Foundry. We'll take the shocks. We'll take all the shocks. The more shocks, the better for us. So Galaxy Foil, I think, is the best treatment of shocks. And then Showcase Foil is still good. And then base version is fine. But still, even like base version shocks are like $15. So still kind of a win. Even if it's not the most expensive. I'm not sure if this card's good or not. Emissary Escort. It can get big in an artifact deck. It can crew or station pretty well in an artifact deck. But it is kind of French vanilla, right? It's just big. It has no enters, no dies triggers, no attack triggers, none of that stuff. It's just a big old robot. Surge Conductor. Some of the proliferate cards in this set seem pretty good in Commander. Pinnacle Stark Age. Contested Warzone. In foil, the art's cool, the card kind of sucks, and a Looming Class Frigate. Ooh, all right. So far, this box feels way worse than the first one. The first one, we might have peaked early this opening. We'll see. We still got 2 more boxes after this, but I will say that that first box was seemed pretty good. I mean, we still got time with this box even. It only takes a single Ancient Tomb. Whoop, 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 whoop. Little Zoidberg action. I like that there are still like Lobster in Space makes you think Zoidberg, but they're not like as ham-fisted as some of the references that we had in like Ether Drift or whatever. All right, not a lot there, other than a Zoidberg. I like I don't mind some amount of references. Like if you go to outer space and you have some references, but some of them got a bit too on the nose. So like the blue shell from Mario or whatever, some of those it just came across kind of silly. I've been very impressed that how serious this set feels. It doesn't feel like, all right, Watery Grave, we'll take it. Another shock land on the list. Insight Engine seems pretty good in an artifact deck. Okay, Tezzeret Cruel Captain showcase treatment. I mean, that's another 50 something, I think. Again, like when I say 50 something, that's retail prices, and it's still pre-sale. So we're gonna deduct, 40, 50% or whatever to get hopefully a realistic value. Rust Harvester. I do like the art on this showcase treatment. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't know what that is, but it looks sweet. It's got lots of colors. Hey, wow, that Sothra or whatever is in a lot of different arts, isn't it? We saw it in the Godless Shrine. We saw it in the card itself. Now it's in whatever that art card is. I don't even know what that art is. That the White Planet land, maybe? The art card? All right. Into half 2 of box 2. What do we find in Edge of Eternities? I will say, as much as I love the Final Fantasy set, ooh, Tannic, all right, that's a hit. That's a hit. Festering Thicket. Breeding Pool Showcase. All right. I mean, keep giving us them shock lands. Oh! There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. So, second best card you can open. And well, okay. It is not foil. Okay. So, best card you can open in the set is Ancient Tomb. This is the second best art on the Ancient Tomb in the set. The borderless poster is better than this. And this is not foil. So, as far as Ancient Tombs go, it's not the best Ancient Tomb. But that is still a pretty solid, like, $100+ bill. And also, I know I've said this a few times, but that is one of my, I'm going to get a print of this art and hang it on my wall. That's how much I like this art by, who are you? Focus. Whoever that is. And hey, more mythics. Countersnake, Ouroboros. Kind of a fun word to say. I still want to make a word tier list sometime of just the most fun Magic words to say. Boiler Biggles. Boroboid, Flibblethip. There's some good ones. How the mighty have fallen. I remember Oblivion Ring being like chase removal back in the day, and now that effect is basically unplayable. Island. Ooh, Thrumming Hive Pool. I think this card's actually expensive because Sliver players are kind of degenerates. Sliver players love their slivers. Kind of disappointing this is only Sliver in the set, but I'm sure we'll get slivers in space, a full set at some point. Ooh, Infinite Guideline Station. Not an expensive card, but a cool one. So many. Man, imagine if these contested war zones were Ancient Tombs. We'd be rich. Cosmogoyf. See, this is the kind of reference I can get behind. Goyf in space. They could put a literal, like, it could just be Tarmogoyf with a space helmet on, and I wouldn't complain. It's just too good. Plus, I think Cosmogoyf is actually not a bad card. I think it could have some uses. I'm gonna build around it in standard, I think, with Ketramos, maybe some collecting evidence, perhaps. Well, what do we get here? Mounted Biotech Specialist. Glittering Mastiff. Massive. I was like, Mastiff, isn't that a dog? Warp Panharmonicon Singer. Wandering Fumarole. Okay, this is the treatment. That is the treatment. This is the most expensive treatment outside of the land slot. Anti-casual Vintage. I don't know how valuable this exact card is, but I think that's a hit. Just because of the treatment it's pretty rare. We're almost 2 boxes in. That's the first time we've seen the showcase treatment. All right. What do we get here? We got what? 3 more packs in box 2. I still feel this box is improving. It started off slow, but it's improving. I still think box 1 is currently beating it. Secluded Starforge, Stirring Wildwoods, Possibility Technician. Card's still good, but you gotta be Kavu's to make it good, which is kind of a challenge, right? Kavu's not known to be the most powerful tribe in the history of Magic. We did get a few in Edge of Eternities. I don't know if it's enough to really make a good standard deck around them. Maybe. We can try. We will, I'm sure, try. Well, what do we get here? 2 packs to go in box 2. Swamp and Panharmonicon, dude. At Baloth Prime. Possibility. Hey, same cards. Blast Zone. Okay. Not super expensive, but cool treatment. Infinite Guideline Station. Foil? All right. Hey, there it is again. Sothra. They put it. It is throughout the set, isn't it? It's a recurring motif. It's a motif. Put it in the art. I like how cohesive this set feels. Oh, it feels like a unique Magic set that happens to be set in space, and I think that's actually awesome. I was a little nervous when they announced it that it was going to be Ether Drift in space, but it's like Ravnica in space or something. Another Hearthhole, Memorial Vault, Endless. Ooh, oh, whoa, ooh. Man, that showcase treatment looks cool. Robostars, it looks heavy played. It really does. Oh, I hope they do more of these. Having near mint cards look heavy play is so cool. Robostars, normal treatment's like 10, 15 bucks. I imagine this special guest treatment will be more just because how awesome the art is, but we will see. I love the worn look is so cool. It looks like an old magazine, which is what they're going for, an old book. Well, that's box 2. I think box 1 is still winning right now. That would be my guess. If I was going to guess, I would say box 1 is still in the lead. But I don't know. We got the Ancient Tomb in box 2. Actually, we might have had 2 good boxes so far. I think it's possible we've just had two solid boxes, which, again, after getting absolutely hammered on Final Fantasy, we will not complain. All right, box 3 of 4. What do we find in box number 3 in our Edge of Eternity collector case opening? Get through. This one's for Krim. He loves his corgis. He loves his corgis. Swamp, Requiem Monolith, Scouring Swarm, and so many infant guideline stations. Oh, Gemstone Caverns. Okay, I mean that's a hit. That is the second best on the land sheet, I believe. Oh, Japanese showcase. It's a waifu Monicon. In some ways, the best Panharmonicon. In other ways, the worst. And what's up with those ears? I don't even know. Well, I don't know how much. So I don't think that the Panharmonicon creature is super expensive, but it might be expensive just because of that treatment. That treatment might actually carry. Plus, one thing we've learned in the last couple years is people love their anime cards. It's kind of wild how much people love their anime cards. As someone who doesn't really watch anime, although I watched Death Note. Oh, Breeding Pool Showcase. So we've hit a lot of breeding pools and Godless Shrines. Creeping Arpit. Oh, Tarpit, the spacecraft is over at IC. Hey, make it to the moon. Okay. Now that is a special guest. First time coming to Magic Arena 2. And that guy, he is actually blood mooning that planet. And this guy looks horrified, but hey, that's what your opponents look like when you blood moon them. That's a pretty good no. No. My home, my lands, they're all mountains. That's what I imagine my opponents doing when I drop the turn 2 blood moon. All right, what do we get in this pack? What do we find? Astro Reclaimer, not as good as the token copying one. Another one of the lands. Anti-Casual Vestige. Deserted Temple might be worth a little bit. It sees some fringe play. Lumen Class Frigate. I feel like this card's not actually that good. I mean, anthems are already like not that heavily played. And an anthem that you need to tap creatures to turn on is kind of awkward. Well, what do we get in pack number? I don't even know of this box. I should have phrased that differently. I don't know why I like the art on this card. It's just this card's so simple. 1 mana. The art's cool. Put a counter on something, draw a card. I don't know why I like that card. I don't know why. For some reason, I like that card. This card, I'm curious if it's good enough for like blue, red, black commander decks. 3 mana, 3/1, exiles all your opponent's graveyard when it enters, and you get a lander that you can sack to ramp it, grow. So I guess it's kind of 5 mana to ramp. But I mean, it's red. It's where Richard's playing. Oh, here Exelon to ramp. So if you're in colors that are bad at ramping, I feel like this makes the cut. I don't think it's as good as Solemn, but the combo of Graveyard Heat and Ramp, I think it's still good enough. If you're another Breeding Pool, our favorite of the shock lands apparently. Ferial Stone Chosen. I think this card probably sucks. At least in 60 card formats. Just 5 mana for a 3/3, so light on stats. Nesting Grounds. Mummunion, the right hand. Cool showcase treatment. Well, next pack. What do we find? Forest, Secluded Starforge, Long Range Sensor, Elegy Acolyte, Lava. Man, that art's cool. Lava Claw Reaches. Probably worth like 50 cents or something. Maybe this version's worth a little more, but boy, that art's good. Synthesizer lab ship. Yeah, all right. Actually, I feel like so far this is our weakest box. I feel like box 1 was a banger. Box 2, I think it's actually also a banger, and we did really well. Box 3, you gotta pick it. You gotta pick it up. Box 3, you gotta pick it up, or we're gonna vote you out. We're gonna among us, yeah. Oh, Pain for All, cool card. Another Hearthal, Inquisitor, Lifestyle Inquisitor. If you want a hot take, I think this card is way worse than it looks. Its ability looks appealing, but I think it actually is going to play a lot worse than it looks. Cathedral of War. Stop. Okay. I mean, it's a shock. Man, we have gotten so many shock lands. It's a shock. It's a showcase shock. It's got to be worth a lot. Sadly, not Galaxy Foil. Galaxy Foil would have put it over the top, but still, Showcase Stomping Ground. That's a hit. That's a hit. That is a hit. All right, let's keep it going. We've gotten a ton of shock lands. I always love when they have shock lands or fetch lands in a set because it just makes the floor of opening the set so much higher. Because worst case, if you don't hit the Ancient Tomb, you run bad on Mythics, you're at least going to pull out a bunch of shocks, which... Is that Galaxy Foil? No. No. Wait. No. Yes? Oh, it is. Wow, it looks kind of Galaxy Foil-ish. Hey, there's a Planet Land. White Planet Land, which I actually think is one of the better ones. I think you can play it in artifact decks and constructs to make it easy to turn on. Backup Commander, Zoidberg, Wandering Fumarole, and Entropic Battle. I wish this card cost 1 less mana. If that card costs 3 mana or 2 mana, I think it would actually be really fun to build around. At 4 mana, I'm a little skeptical that it's actually going to be good enough, but I guess we will find out. I think it's just a little too slow, because in a discard deck, by the time you get to that amount of mana, hopefully you've already emptied your opponent's hand. Well, another thrumming hive pool for all the Sliver fans out there. Festering Thicket, Pinnacle Star Cage, High Market, okay, on the land sheet, and Possibility Tech. All right, I mean, High Markets, I do like a lot of the lanes are playable. High Market's a card that I put in commander decks on occasion, not in every commander deck, obviously, but it's still kind of a playable card, even if it's not super valuable. What do we get in our next pack here? Planes and Emissary Escort, Planetary Annihilation, Sledgecast Seed Ship, Shambling Vents, and Rust Harvester. Ugh. All right, that was not a pack to remember. That's the funny thing about collector boosters. Some of the packs you open like $500 of value. Other packs you spend what, $35 and end up with like $2 of value. And that was I think one of the $2 in value type packs. But this one, Munitions Massacre, Utheros Research Craft. Okay. I mean, it is a planet land. Unfortunately, it's the red one, which, my god. Red always gets the Meteor Crater, Anti-Casual Vestige. Red always gets a short end of the stick in land cycles. I think if you went through every utility land cycle and ranked them based on which color got the least powerful to most powerful member of the cycle, I think you would find that red is the worst overall. There are a few cycles, like Ramonap Ruins, that red actually came out ahead, but I think in general, red tends to get the worst member of land cycles. Sometimes, like, hilariously so, too. Devastating Onslaught, Depth Shaker Titan, Memorial Vault. Hey, oh my god. Okay. Remember me saying when we opened that last Ancient Tomb that it was pretty good, but it was not the most valuable version of Ancient Tomb. This is the money version. This is the borderless poster. This might be the literal most expensive card in the set. It might be the literal most expensive card in the set. I'm going to have to double check. I'm not sure if there's also a Galaxy foil on this. There might be one even better foiling on this, but this card is hundreds of dollars. And as a reprint, I think it's probably not that inflated at pre-sale, because we already know that Ancient Tomb, like the cheapest version, is already a $100+ card. So this super scarce, that is. Okay, box 3. We said box 3 had to pick it up, and box 3 appears to be picking it up. That is Ancient Tomb number 2 in 3 boxes, minus 1 pack that we're about to open. Okay, this is making up for Final Fantasy. I think we're actually coming out ahead this time, maybe. Celestial, Crystal Quarry, Memorial Vault, and Tezzeret art card. All right. Well, the bad news is I'm not sure how our last box can possibly match up to what we've already opened. I don't know how it can happen. We have already ran so well that I'm not sure how we do not end this video with a disappointment. If this box somehow tops the first three, this might be our best box opening we've ever done value-wise. I think that's actually true. Well, all right, here we go. Let's see if box 4 can somehow beat the odds. If we open 4 good boxes, that's probably the first time that's ever happened to us, honestly. Usually get like 1 or 2 good boxes and then a bunch of jank boxes, but this has just been it's been all great. Every box has been great. My phone harmonizer, Bonder's Enclave. Okay, that's kind of a dead pack. Oh, I knew it. I knew box 4 was gonna get us. You can't always run hot. You can't always run hot. The house always wins in the end, they say. All right, let's see. Let's just get one more. Is it greedy to ask for one more stomping grounds? Okay. Brood ship, Lumencast frigate, so many of those. Lotus Field. I mean, Lotus Field's sweet and playable, probably worth a few bucks. Bioengineered future. Is it too greedy to ask for a third ancient tomb? An ancient tomb a box. If you get an ancient tomb a box, the set is incredibly valuable. Okay, I mean, I think we've done well enough though that even if this last box does flop, I think we've still had a really good. I'm feeling very. Usually I'm kind of like, maybe. I'll be back. We'll wrap it up. Dominion bracelet, equipment mineslaver, Horizon Explorer, hey, Watergrave Showcase. Okay, give us some shock lands. Eldrazi Temple, sure, and Pain for All extended foil. Pain for All is one of my favorite cards in the set. Not one of the most valuable cards, but it is one of my personal favorites of the set. Well, all right, what do we get? What do we get here? Island, Lightsquall Inquisitor, Amudian Wastewalker, hey, Abando, okay, Planet Gaia's Cradle, Showcase Treatment. I mean, that's a hit. It's not foil or anything, but still Crystal Quarry and 0 Point Ballad. I'm not convinced 0 Point Ballad's actually good. I'm not convinced it's like Mythic Massacre, except you lose life instead of gaining life. I guess it's a little cheaper, which is nice, but I kind of feel like it's, I don't know, it can be a sideboard card. I don't think it's like unplayable or anything, but I just don't think it's, I don't think it's that good. I don't even know if it's like a main deck card. It might be just like a sideboard card against aggro. Really good against like Convoke or whatever, like a go wide deck. Starwinder, Planetary Annihilation, Requiem Monolith, Sunken Citadel. Ooh, Beyond, that art's so good. It's so good. Sadly, it's the Return of Sunfall, although it's powered down enough. Man, I love that art. That's another one. There's like 20 pieces of art from this set I want to print of. I'm gonna have to buy some prints for my wall. I love the art of this set. It's just so good. Shout out to, I guess Wizards, but also all the artists. Y'all killed it. Y'all killed it in this set. What do we get here? Servandum. Definitely building around this in standard with Ketramos. In Spirit, flagship vessel. Playing that one for Commander Clash. Sammy, terrain generator. Hey, Famished World Sire. Okay, extended foil. I mean, it's mythic. I think there's. Ooh, look at that. I might have to keep that art card just because, man, it's so good. I don't even like art cards. I don't even care, but this set got me. The art on this set just got me. I know I've been gushing about it, but still, it got me. It's just so good. Ooh, all right, we have less than half a box to go. This is half 2 of box 4, our last box. So far, box 4, I think, is our worst box. The Sirmia, Patrolling Pacemaker, the Eternity Elevator, Nesting Grounds, Sunstar Chaplain. I knew it. I knew we were due. We were due. Our first 3 boxes were so good. So good. That I knew our luck had to run out. There was no way you can open 4 banger boxes in a row. That is just beating the odds too much. We still have 5 packs though. All we need is one more Ancient Tomb, Magic Gods. One more Ancient Tomb. One more Ancient Tomb. You can do it. One more Ancient Tomb. One more. Forest. Synthesizer Lab Chip. Surge Conductor. Beyond the Quiet with the cool art. Grove the Burden Willows. Hey, okay. I mean, Sliver Overlord. I think that's like a $50 card or something. I'm pretty sure Silver Overlord is very expensive. Doesn't look as worn as other ones though. Still looks cool though, but cool treatment. Special guest Sliver. All right, down to 4 packs. I mean, 4 more shots for an Ancient Tomb. Is there anything else we really wanted to open that we haven't opened? I would take another Galaxy foil. Galaxy foil shock would be sweet. We've only actually gotten one Galaxy foil, but it doesn't feel bad because we got so many Ancient Tombs. Famished World Sire. That's a hit, I think. Festering Thicket, Munitions Massacre, Raging Ravine, and Diadrine. All right, another bulky pack. Well, three more shots. 3 more shots at glory. Actually, I think we're gonna open something else good. I don't know why. This just went too well. It's went too well so far. For some reason, I got the confidence we're gonna get another hit. Sunset Saboteur, Hatchery, Moonlit Meditation, Endless Sand. Ay! Okay. Wait, what is this card? 7 mana. Oh, okay. I mean, so this showcase treatment is rare and expensive. Oh, I don't remember the name of this card. It's the, like, draw a card whenever you cast something, and then your life total becomes half of your starting life total thing, I think. I honestly don't know what that's worth, but I do know we opened 4 boxes. This is only our second Japanese showcase card, so I imagine it's got some value just because of scarcity. So hopefully that counts as a hit. 2 more packs. Come on, Magic Gods. Come on, Space Gods. Come on, Tezzeret. I'll pray to Tezzeret if I have to. Space-Time Anomaly, Insight Engine, Sunstar Chaplain, Stirring Wildwoods. All right, Watery Grave Showcase. I mean, it's not Galaxy Foil, but it's still, I mean, that's still a cool card. It's still a hit, a minor hit. Well, this is it. Last pack. We got to do it in the traditional way. We got to flip it. All right, here we go. The final pack of our $1,300-ish Edge of Eternities box opening. So get through the commons and uncommons. Once we get to the land. All right, there's the land. So this is going to be the token or art card. Flip this around. So this is Ancient Tomb. And then these are our other hits. Let's see. So there is a forest. Ancient Tomb. It's coming. Rust Harvester foil. Sure. Solar Array. Yes, fine for artifact decks. Ooh, Plaza Furos. Okay. Not a great card from the land sheet. Loading Zone. All right. Ancient Tomb. Well, okay. Not an Ancient Tomb, but we will take a foil showcase planetary land of Vando Waking Haven, the Gaia's Cradle. I will say, and I don't know the numbers, but just I am feeling really good about this one. Final Fantasy, I came away from it feeling really bad, like we got wrecked. And we did get wrecked. This one, I think box 4 was the weakest, but I actually think boxes 1, 2, and 3 were all above average boxes, with 1 and 2 being like really banger. And no, actually 3 too, because of that, the Ancient Tomb. I think the first 3 boxes were like very, very good. The last box was probably medium. And in the end, I think we kind of crushed it, but that's something for future Seth to figure out. I'll be right back. All right, future Seth here. You can tell because future Seth is apparently one of those super cool guys that wears sunglasses inside as he's editing YouTube videos. Here to wrap up our Edge of Eternities opening. And I gotta say, we absolutely crushed it. As bad as our Final Fantasy opening was a month ago, and it was pretty bad, that's as good as this opening was. We opened 4 collector booster boxes, an entire case of Edge of Eternities, $1,600 of product, and every single box was a winner. Some were slight winners, like box 2 was our worst box at plus $17 in value, but then our best box, box number 3, plus $365. We almost doubled up on that box. Thanks to opening what I think is literally the best card in the set, the Foil Showcase Borderless Poster Ancient Tomb, which is like a $500 card. And this is despite the fact that this set is again selling for way over MSRP. When I think of cluster booster boxes, the price in my head, the price I'm used to playing is like $250, and these are selling for $400. They were $250 when they first went on sale, but then Final Fantasy happened and spoilers happened and prices just shot out of control. But could you imagine if we actually played a reasonable price for these? If these were actually $250 instead of $400, oh my God, would we have killed it? Then our bad boxes, which were still good, they were still like really good. Our worst box was still very good with this opening, but our like plus $17 box would be like plus $170. So my only complaint is that once again, we have a set selling for way above MSRP for collector booster boxes, but I love literally everything else about this set. We open incredibly well, we hit the best cards in the set, the flavor's good, the art is amazing, the mechanics look super sweet. So all in all, I gotta say, Edge of Eternities, one of my favorite sets that Wizards has made in a really long time in a whole bunch of different ways, and our opening today kind of backed that up. But anyway, everyone, that brings us to the end of our Edge of Eternities box opening. Of course, if you need any of the cards we opened today, you can snag them from our sponsor Card Kingdom over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And if you need to sell some cards, maybe to buy a $400 booster box of Edge of Eternities, which probably shouldn't do that, just get singles. That's a smart thing to do. But if you need to sell some cards, head over to cardconduit.com/mtggoldfish. They make it super easy to sell your cards. So anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon with another one. Until then, have a spectacular day, and I will talk to you soon. Looking for even more Magic Queen? Find our Final Fantasy opening here, or maybe the video where I bought a collection from someone who slid into my DMs. In front of me, I have not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 Final Fantasy collector boosters. If you look over on Amazon right now, they're almost $700 a piece. That means we're cracking open more than $3,000 of Final Fantasy collector boosters to see if we can find a golden chocobo, or at least a sweet Sephiroth or Cloud or Buster Sword or something. So let's get into it. All right. It is time to open some Final Fantasy, box 1 of 5, and I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive opening that we've ever done on the channel. These boxes are so insanely expensive right now. Sold out on Amazon at like almost $700 a piece, which is absolutely wild, but there's some super cool cards in here. Also, pricing on this is going to be interesting since it's so early in the set release. Prices are still super high, so we'll have to see. Hopefully, the dream is the golden chocobo. That is the best card you can open. Only 77 of them exist, so our odds not great. But even like borderless Sephiroth foil, currently like $300 or something. Cloud's kind of similar. The thing is, it's so hard to tell where the prices are going to end up at. This is a unique set. Like, this is a best-selling set in the history of Magic during pre-sales. So I have no idea what to think. Normally, I'd be like, oh, these prices are going to drop a ton. And I still think prices will drop a ton as people open the set. But this is such a weird, expensive, uniquely popular set that it might be different this time. But all right, pack number 1, Final Fantasy. Golden Chocobo. Ooh, okay. Kefka, Court Mage, Foil Extended. So these are some of the better treatments in the entire set. The Foil Extended cards are actually super valuable. Kefka, this card's actually pretty wild. So I saw it in action in testing in a Commander game, and the thing I forgot about Kefka, when I first saw this card, I was like, okay, you got to flip it around to the backside. The backside's absolutely busted, right? You just draw so many cards. However, I don't think that's really true. I think the front side itself is just like a siphon mind every turn. So I don't even think you need to flip it. It's just like absurd even if you don't flip it. That's a hit though. That's some money at current prices. We get our Final Fantasy Through the Ages card from the pack. You get one of these every pack. Deadly Dispute, not a great one. Yuna, Grand Summoner, non-foil. Okay. Eye of Nidhogg. The Commander Precon card. Stiltskin Moogle Merchant, and Raban Bull of Alamu. And the planes, I think these basics are actually going to be worth a few bucks, especially the foil ones. And then we get the lower rarity stuff. There's like a bit of lower rarity stuff that's like currently worth a couple of bucks. Overkill, people really like. I don't think we're going to go through all the lower rarity stuff, but there are a couple like uncommons that are currently $4 or $5. But again, prices are so inflated, it's hard to know. It's hard to know where they're actually going to end up. Well, that Kefka made pack 1 pretty good. Pack 2, Esper Origins. All right. Not the most exciting of the flip cards. Brainstorm, Final Fantasy version. I'm curious where these end up. We'll see. We've seen like anime cards be very expensive in the past. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these like Final Fantasy cards end up being way more expensive than you think. Like Brainstorm's a common, very playable uncommon, but I think it could end up expensive. Ultimate Magic Holy, our commander card from the back. Wait, no. Is that our commander card? Oh, we got you get 2 commander cards? I didn't even know you could get 2 commander cards. Okay. So we get a foil commander card and a non-foil commander card, Wrecking Ball, a Realm Reborn, turn everything into a Bird's Paradise, Minwu Might Wage, good in Soul Sisters. Actually might be one of the best Soul Sister commanders. I like Minwu. I'm gonna build a Minwu commander deck for sure. You gotta do the Soul Sister and when you get the chance. All right, Chocobo. Chocobo. Or Sephiroth. Ooh, how about a Joshua Phoenix Dominant? I feel like this could be a fine standard card. I don't think you're flipping it in standard. It's like so much mana to flip. The backside is good if you get to it, but even just the front side of coming down to double loot, I feel like that could be good enough in like a Monument deck, Oculus deck. Wall of Omens are Through the Ages card. Blue Mage's Cane. Oh, maybe you get 2. It looks like 2 commander cards in every pack. Huh. Interesting. Blue Mage's Cane. A way you can cast spells from the graveyard. Shadow. Wait, that's 3 commander cards. Oh, there we go, though. There we go. I don't know why we're getting so many commander cards. Usually, in past collector booster boxes, you only got 1. You only got 1 commander card per pack. Not sure why there's so many, but Summon Bahamut. Not the best version of Summon Bahamut, just a normal pack foil. However, one of the better mythics from the set. People are hyped for Summon Bahamut, worth a few bucks. And Chocobo Racetrack. Oh, Ambrosia White Art. This set's so cool. I'm not even a Final Fantasy fan. I have played an hour and a half of Final Fantasy VI for a Patreon video. That is my complete experience with Final Fantasy. And I still think this set's pretty awesome. Ooh, bird token. Looking good. What do we get here? Surge Foil. Lightning Army 1. Lightning's actually kind of busted. Doubling your damage when it hits with First Strike is so good. And it looks really nice in Surge Foil. The cards just look good. Like, aesthetically, they are very nice looking Magic cards. Diabolic Intent. Final Fantasy Through the Ages. Actually, I think Diabolic Intent's like $10, so I bet this version's kind of expensive at the moment. Champions from Beyond. I think Champions from Beyond, I feel like this card could be a commander staple. I think it's really good. Like, yes, you can cast it for a bunch of mana to make a bunch of tokens, but just casting it for 2 mana and using it to draw cards, eventually pump your team, I feel like in a go wide deck, it's really good. Another Rubon, Extended, the Wandering Minstrel, our new 5-color town commander. I think this card sees some modern play in Amulet Titan, I would think. Ooh, Cecil. Cecil Dark Knight. I think everyone forgot about this because this was one of the earliest spoilers from the entire set. And, I mean, it's a 1-mana 2/3 Death Touch. Like, its stats are kind of insane. And if you flip it around, you get a big lifelinker. I feel like people just forgot how good Cecil is, but I feel like Cecil will see you some play. Ooh, Secret Rendezvous. Ah, okay. There's 4 different Secret Rendezvous. Very good in Commander. I like Secret Rendezvous a lot in Commander. All showing off different dates. Suplex. All right. Well, nothing super crazy value-wise in that pack, but still some sweet stuff. All right. What do we got here? Almost halfway through. Summon Titan. I feel like these summons are going to be good and constructed. I feel like they're so hard to evaluate because we haven't seen cards like them in a long time. Creatures that are temporary and also enchantments, like, they're very unique. But I feel like a lot of them just have such strong stats and abilities, like Summon Titan, even though you only get to keep it for a minute, just like big body, mill cards, reanimate all your graveyard, plump something. I think that's going to be enough to make it good. What do we get here? Lab Maniac is our Final Fantasy Through the Ages cards. Summon Mega Sisters, one of our commander cards from the pack. A Saga creature, Saga Fairy. Conformer Shuriken. Sin Spara's Punishment. Sin's a cool card. Probably a little bit expensive for standard, but cool commander card. Bathier Fran and a Plains. And a bunch of lower rarity stuff. Sorcerer Screams got some combo potential, thanks to the mana it makes. If you get 2 of them and a cost reduction, you might be able to do some looping. Infinite Storm. All right. Well, last pack of half one of box 1 of our, $3,300 Final Fantasy opening, something like that. Vaughn Street Thief. The Surge foils are good looking. They do shimmer nicely. Another Lab Maniac. Okay, 2 in a row. Sid, not the uncommon one that there's a million of. Commander Sid. Also, Bannon, the return leader. Returners. Hey, Darkness Crystal. Darkness Crystal is really good. The blue crystal is my favorite, but I think the Darkness Crystal probably is the most generically good. That you can just put in like any black deck and it'll be good. The Regalia, little vehicle ramping. I don't know about so many one of the things I don't like about Universes Beyond sets is actually just like the modernity. Like there's stuff that you would just find in the real world, and that car is one of those things. It just looks like a real world car. So some of that stuff I find a little bit weird. Same with like people eating sandwiches. Universes Beyond loves their people eating sandwiches. Hero token and Dion. Good night card. Decent night card. Extended foil. And what do we get here? Finn the Fang Bear is our Through the Ages card. Xenosia Gelvis, whose name I am sure I am saying very wrongly. Katie Sith, Squall, CD Mercenary, and Zaldenich, little Mono Red Landfall shenanigans, and Oasis. The basics look super sweet. They do look really nice. And then a bunch of lower rarity stuff. All right, no Chocobo yet. Where's our Chocobo? We need a Chocobo. Man, hitting a golden Chocobo would be so sweet. That would make opening $3,000 of Final Fantasy worth it. How about a Golbez Crystal Collector? Daneth Capashen Paragon. Seems like you get a lot of uncommon cards in the Through the Ages slot. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's one of the big hits. So not in foil, unfortunately, but that's a Cloud in extended border. I mean, that's probably what, $50, $60 currently, something like that. That's my guess. I know the normal one's just under 40 currently. Again, I think price is going to drop, but Cloud is one of the most hyped cards in the set. It's really good in equipment decks. Stargo in Realm. Another Squall. Hey, there's a Chocobo. This is not the Chocobo we're looking for, but Choco Seeker of Paradise, new best bird commander. This card's actually a really good commander. And look at that little dude back there. That is that a Moogle? Look at that Moogle. Oh, another plane. So many different. Oh, there we go. Fat Chocobo. Not the golden Chocobo, but way cooler. They should have made Fat Chocobo the serialized card. Instead of traveling Chocobo, it should have been serialized Fat Chocobo. I would get behind the serialized Fat Chocobo. Stiltskin Moogle Merchant. The woodblock treatment looks sweet. That's just like a nice looking Magic card. I honestly, Strixhaven Stadium, it's a trap. Don't play it. It kills you. It looks like a Mana Rock with upside. It's actually a Mana Rock with the downside that your opponents are going to kill you because they're afraid they're going to die. How about a Venet? Little legendary card draw. Yamaro Raging Yeti from the Commander decks. Minwu Extended. And Nebelhelm of Flame. It's a Mythic. One of the worst Mythics in the set, and least valuable Mythics in the set, but it is technically a Mythic. Island, Stolen Uniform. I think this card's going to be impactful. A way to free equip is kind of relevant with all the equipment we got running around in our current standard. Plus, worst case you can play it in, like, I think it'll even see Modern play. I think it actually shows up in Modern Hammer Time. At least some builds of it. It's like, not every build, but some builds will play it. Hero token, how about a Telegreat Sage? Little spell slinger action in foil. Woodblock. Nature's Claim as our Through the Ages card. That looks like Nintendo. The pixels. Titus, Yuna's Guardian, one of the commander face commanders. Furion, Wild Rose Warrior. Super cool commander. I'm excited to build around Furion. Summon Mega Sisters from the precons. And Sephir Omzi, little double striking knight. And all of our lower rarity stuff. All right, 2 packs to go in box number 1. I will say this box, we got the extended foil Kefka. That's been our big hit from this box. But considering how expensive these boxes are, I kind of feel like we're not doing that well with this one. Jill, she was dominant. How about a Chroma's Will? Okay, that's actually a good Final Fantasy Through the Ages card. A Chroma's Will, that is a staple. Honestly, and this might be sacrilege to shaking the camera. This might be sacrilege to Final Fantasy fans. I actually don't really like the style on this card. Like the more recent Final Fantasy Through the Ages cards that just look like CGI video game art, like, they don't really do it for me. I don't think I would play this version of a Chroma's Will, but I'm curious what y'all think. What are your favorite of the Through the Ages cards? Do you like the new ones that look very modern and, like, I don't know, current, or do you like the old pixel art? Belther and Fran, Ultima Magic Meteor, Sin, Commander Sin. How about another Jill? So many Jills. All right, So, ooh, Cactar. Cactar is one of the currently expensive uncommons. I don't really buy it, though. I don't think this card's actually going to end up like $5, but it is currently one of the most expensive uncommons in the set. But it was also one of the latest spoilers, so it hasn't adjusted a ton yet. All right, last pack. We need the Golden Chocobo, I think, to save us here, at least something good. How about a Venet, which, I mean, is not going to save us, I don't think, price-wise. It's fine in a Legends deck, but not super high-end. Kroom, good CDH partner commander. Vincent Valiant. How about, okay, Fire Crystal. Crystal number 2. Maybe the most generically good crystal for commander. You can kind of just play in any deck. Blue Mage's Gain. I actually like Blue Mage's Gain. The idea that you can like hit and cast big things from your opponent's graveyard for 3 mana actually seems like it's pretty strong, and it's only 2 to equip. I think there's decks for it. Another Wandering Minstrel and a Mountain. All right, box number 1. I'm going to say we got that Kefka, which is very expensive, and I think a lot of these cards are going to add up more than you think. There's probably a lot of like $5, $10 cards in there, but I would say overall, I don't think that was like a super high-end box. But maybe that's good news, because it means our next box is likely to be even better. I mean, we got 4 more boxes. 4 more. We still have almost $3,000 of Final Fantasy to open. There's got to be a Golden Chocobo and at least a Black Chocobo. That's the second most rare. Golden Chocobo serialized the best. Black Chocobo number 2. The other color Chocobo is still probably going to be expensive because the base version is still like $30 almost. So I imagine the other super scarce ones, like the pink one or whatever, is still very valuable. But gold is a big one, followed by black. What do we get here? Van. Second Van. We've gotten 3 Surge foils. 2 of them are Van. How about a Soroka Midnight? Sephiroth from the starter deck. Not the best Sephiroth, I would say. That's Kinsroy. Little tutoring for bird deck. Water Crystal. This is my favorite crystal. We will see some decks build around this. There's so much combo potential for adding 4 to all your mill that I think we're going to see this in Pioneer and Modern. We'll see it in Stand. I will be playing to those formats. Not to say it's necessarily going to be competitive there, but we're going to have decks built around Water Crystal in all of those formats. Mechanics Arsenal, Forest, and Secret Rendezvous. Same art, though. Both times it's meta. I don't know the Final Fantasy characters, but same art in both of them. There's, what, 4 different arts that you can get? All right. Well, pack number 2, box number 2. So I'm curious. Are you all buying Final Fantasy? On one hand, the set's super hyped. The art's super cool. The cards are super cool. Triple Triad. Fun card. Fun commander card. A little expensive for standard. How about a Dark Ritual? That's actually a super cool looking Dark Ritual. This one I would play. The Final Fantasy Through the Ages, super hit or miss for me. Like some of them, I'm like, I'd never play that. This one, that is a sweet looking Dark Ritual. Another Golbez. Bart's Invoco. Lulu. A little Lulu for proliferating. Another Squall. So many Squalls. So many Squalls. But I'm curious what y'all are doing with this set. Are you buying singles? Are you buying commander precons? Are you cracking boxes? Are you risking almost $700 on a collector box in the chase for the Golden Chocobo? Probably not wise. Ooh, all right. First Adventureland, Midgar. One of the better Adventurelands. I think Black and Red are the 2 best Adventurelands. In foil and extended. Light up the stage. Another Dion. Arden, the Usurper. How about Ardbert? Okay, Ardbert, Spirit Warrior, sure, from the Commander Precons. Wow, Midgar pack, double Adventurelands. Well, I guess we got to build something around the Black Adventureland now that we have 2 of them. All right, next pack. Oh boy, the thing with this, like, I feel like we're getting decent value, but I got to keep reminding myself how expensive these boxes are. Because I feel like if it was normal boxes that were like $250 or something, I'd be like, wow, we're crushing it. But when you got to get back like $650 or whatever per box, that is a big ask. Tifa Lockhart. Oddly, one of the most hyped commanders from the set. Like, this is a top 10 commander. And is that with like almost 200 commanders. And I could see some standard play. There's some one-shot potential with Tifa Lockhart, thanks to the power doubling landfall ability. How about a Adeleine, Resplendent Cathar? Xenos Yagelvis. So many Vans. We are opening lots and lots of Vans. Yuna's Decision. Ninja Blades. Ninja Blades, I think, is good. Ninja Blades, kind of like a Yuriko on an equipment almost. even better in some ways since you get to loot, so you get to discard what you want from your hand, but you can get in a lot of damage if you discard something big. Plus, just like looting is good. All right, next up, what do we get? Golden Chocobo. Ooh, the Matsumane. I mean, so Matsumane I think is good. Good with Sephiroth for sure. This is like the Sephiroth equipment. Not as good as Buster Sword as far as value. We'd rather be opening Buster Swords. Buster Sword's kind of expensive. Another Adelaine, 2 in a row. Clive, if Nier's dominant. Mog, Moogle Warrior. Mogs and Chocobos, my favorite part of this set. Girlfriend Cerebus. Apparently GF does not stand for girlfriend in Final Fantasy. Also, why is Soldier in Sephiroth capitalized? I do not understand the capitalization of Soldier. I was told it was an acronym, then I was told it wasn't an acronym, and now I have no idea what's going on in Final Fantasy. Sephir Olme? Extended foil, at least. I mean, this is one of the better treatments, not one of the better cards. Another, man, we're getting a lot of duplicates with our Through the Ages cards. Another Stroke of Midnight. Vincent Valiant, Hope Estium, one of the coolest designs from the set. The combination of Life Gain and Mill is just so unique. Definitely planning on building around this one. In Standard and in Commander, one of my favorite cards from the set. Cat Sith. Go-Go, Master Mimicry. Currently one of the more expensive mythics in the set, although this isn't the best version. Just a base foil, but still one of the better mythics. All right, well, let's head into half number 2 of box number 2 of our $3,000 Final Fantasy opening. All right, what do we get here? Ruban. I think Ruban might be able to see playing some sort of equipment deck. The free equipping, there's so many expensive equipment in this set that I think the free equipping has value. Sir Conrad, Through the Ages. Emmett Selch, Unsundered. Pretty sweet mythic. Another Squall, so many Squalls. Strago and Realm, another Vincent Valiant, and a beautiful Forest. All right, well, next pack, still no Chocobo. A box and a half in, still no Chocobo. Chocobo? Ooh, Summon Primal Odin. I don't know if this card's good because it's 6 mana, but the potential of the second chapter to just, if you get in damage, win the game is so funny. It is one of the coolest designs of the set. Also, that art's pretty sweet in foil. I do like that card. How about a Danathic Compassion? Through the Ages. Terra Heart of Hope, one of the more hyped, I would say, of the pre-con commanders. Extended, which is always good. Squall, every pack we get a Squall. Yeti, Ariath Gainsborough. Good in Soul Sisters, maybe. If you got a bunch of legends. Good in some builds of Soul Sisters, let's say. All right, we have 4 more to go in this box. The Chocobo could be, we need a Sephiroth. We've gotten a Cloud. We haven't got a Sephiroth or a Vivi yet. How about, ooh, Ultima. Look at that art. That is a pretty cool looking Wrath. I feel like Ultima will see play after rotation, especially if the meta slows down. Another Strixhaven Stadium. Minwoo. Especially if the Furion, especially if the meta slows down a little bit. Ooh, Earth Crystal. All right. Earth Crystal, really only good in +1/+1 counter decks, but if you're a green +1/+1 counter deck, it gets the job done. It is pretty good there. That's one of the interesting things about the crystals is like the cost reduction is good in like any monocolor deck of the color. On the other hand, a lot of the abilities are kind of narrow. The black one and the red one are pretty generic, but the green one, you really got to be counters to want it. What do we get here? Kuja, Genome Sorceress. I feel like this card's actually kind of scary in Commander. I think this might be a sleeper. And we got it in Search Foil, which is nice. I don't know if how much this one's worth. How's the backside look? Those are some cool looking cards. I was surprised at how well Final Fantasy fit in the Magic universe. Chromatic Lantern, Through the Ages, foil. Cecil, how about a Ultimate Magic Meteor, Sin from the Commander Precons. Sarah Farron, little legendary ramp, and a Wace. Ooh, wait. Chocomog. I don't understand what Chocobo and Mogs are, or Moogles are, because I don't know Final Fantasy, but they are pretty cute. They are pretty good. They're what I wish Loot was. Loot is like, for some reason, the Chocobos and the Moogles, they're like, oh, they're kind of precious. Loot, on the other hand, I'm like, oh, it just feels so forced. Jill, yep. What's the backside look like? How we doing? You do, I guess the upside of these double face cards, even if it's Jill, which is not an especially good double face card, you do get multiple pieces of art, I guess, which is sweet. Strixhaven, so many why are all of our rare why are all of our rare through the ages cards? Strixhaven Stadium, protection magic, 2 mana, put a shield counter on up to 3 target creatures. Commander Precon card, fire crystal again, blue mage's cane. We've got a few of those, which I'm fine with. Summon Primal Odin, and a Schwamp. Oh boy. Last pack. I feel like we might be getting hosed on this box. This box, I can't even point to like a single card that I know is super expensive, and these boxes are super expensive. All right, Golden Chocobo. Furion. Extended Furion. Actually stands out really well off that reflective background. How about a Sir Conrad through the ages? Gareth Tia Scion Reborn. Backup commander from one of the precons. Eye of Nidhogg. Still Skin Moogle Merchant, and a Noctis Prince of Lucas. Ooh, okay. Well, you know what I was saying after box 1? Where I was like, the good news is, even though this box I don't think was like super good value-wise, it means we're gonna do better in the future. I might have been wrong. I feel like that box was roughly the same. I mean, we did get a cloud, right? We got a cloud that box, which is good. That's a hit. But in general, I feel like the value is not. We got a lot of like Jills and Furions and like kind of the lower level cards. Well, box number 3. This is the one. This is a Golden Chocobo box. I have faith. My Chocobo will not betray me. the Chocobo wouldn't do that to us. Ooh, all right. Balam Garden Seedy Academy. The flip town land. I feel like this card's fine, although it's weird that it flips into a vehicle. So it's like a creature land, but you have to have another creature on the battlefield to actually crew it, which is a little bit awkward. But a 5/4 flying draw card when it attacks vehicle is actually like, that is a powerful effect if you can crew it. So I think it can see play. What do we got here? Dovin's Veto through the ages. Sephiroth. Okay, that's good. So Sephiroth Extended, that's the hit we're looking for. Not in foil, sadly. Foil Sephiroth Extended, I think, is currently the most expensive like base set card. I guess not base set exactly, but discounting like serialized stuff or whatever, I think foil Extended Sephiroth is the most expensive card in the set. And I imagine even on foil, it's gotta be pretty valuable. So that's a big hit. Transpose, summon Girlfriend Cerebus again, Green Adventureland, and basic, some lower rarity stuff. All right, well, Sephiroth is good. We will take all the Sephiroths. Still no Vivi, still no Chocobo. Those are the biggest hitters that we're missing so far. The Wandering Minstrel, Surge Foil. Yeah, it might be worth a little bit. I feel like it'll be like a reasonably valuable commander. Brainstorm through the ages. Yashota Rule. This card's so cool. The double end step thing is so deep. That's something we haven't seen before. So it's like a good blink commander. Plus you can just build it as an end step commander. Definitely a cool card. It's 6 mana as a 3/5. Probably a bit slow for standard, but commander it seems really good. Waka. Devoted Guardian from the commander decks. Green Adventureland again. Ooh, Excalibur the Second. Good in Soul Sisters. It's good in Soul Sisters. It turns anything into an Ajani's Bridemate. I feel like Life Gain deck's definitely going to play that card. We'll see. I feel like there's actually enough pieces. And I'm probably going to look foolish saying this in a month, but I feel like there's enough pieces to build Soul Sisters in Standard. I feel like thanks to Final Fantasy, there finally is. And we'll see if it works. Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Go-Go Extended Surge Foil. That's gotta be valuable. I'm pretty sure Go-Go is one of the more expensive mythics in the set already, and I think this is the best version of Go-Go you can get. Surge Foil Extended, that's pretty sweet. Daneth, Bethier and Fran, Snort. All right, snort at him. G-Door, Kuja. Oh, we already got the cool Kuja earlier. This one, not as cool looking, but still a sweet commander. The wizards, if you make a few wizards and then flip it to double the damage, it actually closes out the game incredibly quickly. All right. Where is our Golden Chocobo? Right here. Ooh, okay. Noctis, Prince of Lucas. Cool combo commander. Also, Surge Foil Extended. Nature's Claim with the Pixels, Dion, Saphir Olmsey, Tiva Lockhart, non-foil this time. Still probably worth something. Black Adventureland, and a Schwamp. Ambrosia Whiteheart art is pretty sweet. Even the lower rarity cards, like, the art and flavors. I mean, I guess I can't judge the flavor. I'm going by what other people say because I'm not a Final Fantasy player. But from what I've seen from people who like Final Fantasy talking about this set, it seems like the flavor is pretty good. It seems like in general, they kind of nailed it. Gilgamesh, Master of Arms. Kind of a cool equipment deck card. How about a Thraxios from Through the Ages? Jeksh, Reluctant Guardian. Yasholta Knight's Blessing. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Yasholta is the single most popular commander in the entire set. But if you buy Commander Precon, you don't get this version. You get the normal pack version. I imagine this is going to be kind of an expensive card as people upgrade their commander decks. We'll see. I'm actually not sure the price on this, but I'm guessing it's got to be something. Hildebrand Manderville. Water Crystal. Best Crystal. In foil. And a Mountain. All right. I mean, not bad. Not bad. We'll see how much that Yasholta's worth. I feel like it might help. I really need the Chocobo, though. We need a Vivi and a Chocobo. Those are the big expensive cards. We still have... I mean, I guess we're like halfway through now, basically. White Adventureland. Another one of the good Adventurelands. Nature's Claim. Summon Titan. Yuffie from the Commander decks. LSA from the Commander decks. Tala. And... Ugh. Man, some of these packs are... These packs are so expensive that some of the packs are brutal. Like, when you whip on a normal collector pack that's like 30 some bucks, it hurts. When you whip on a collector pack that's like 50 bucks or whatever these, I think they're like, what would 50 be, what, $600 for a box? Yeah. When you whip on a $50 pack and get nothing, is that a golden chocobo? Is that triple triad? I saw the gold and I was like, maybe. Wall of Omens. Commander backup commander. Mog Moogle Warrior. Arden. Ooh. Astrologian's Planisphere. This is, I believe, kind of expensive. I feel like this could see standard play. We already got Prowess dominating. Fat Chocobo. We already got Prowess dominating, and it just seems to slot right into the Prowess decks. So I think I might see some play for that reason. All right, box 3. A few packs left. Where's the Vivi? Where's the Golden Chocobo? Arden the Usurper. I mean, fine in Commander. It's just so much mana. Farseek. Okay, Farseek Through the Ages. Commander Staple Ramspell. Esper Origins. Hopestium. Extended. Kate Sith. A Cat Moogle. Tiva Lockhart in foil. We get a lot of stolen uniforms, which I don't think stolen uniforms is going to be super expensive, but I'm glad that we have them. They're cards that I will use. What do we got? 4 packs left in box 3. Boy, we're like almost $2,000 into Final Fantasy, and I don't know if we got $2,000 worth of cards out of it yet. Saphir Olmsey. How about Madroltha? That's a sweet looking Madroltha. These cards are so fun. The Through the Ages cards are so funny. I either love the art or I hate the art. There's no middle ground. There's nothing I'm just like, okay, that's fine. It's either like, wow, that's so sweet, or it's like, I would never put that in my deck. Garatia. Squall. It's been a minute since we've seen our buddy Squall. I feel like Squall is the card we've opened the most. VNAT, Forest, and Diamond Weapon. Cool uncommon. All right. 3 packs to go in this box. What can we find? I mean, we still have 2 whole more boxes to go. Excalibur the Second. Is that Surge foil? No, I think that's normal foil. It just looks surgy because of the art. the design of the art kind of looks like Surge foil. Another Sir Conrad. Lifestream's Blessing. I feel like this card's kind of a commander staple. The draw equal to your greatest power is just like such a strong effect in green. Plus, you might get to gain a bunch of life, and you can even foretell it. So I'm going to play this in a ton of commander decks. Another Minwu, another Furion, another Arden, Island, Black Waltz number 3. So what are the black mages in Final Fantasy? One thing I've learned is people love Vivi. Vivi's like half the Goldfish crew. It's like their favorite Final Fantasy character, and it's the most expensive card, and it's the card people talk about the most. I don't really understand the black mage thing though. Sin, Spear is Punishment. Like, what are they? Are they good? Are they bad? Like, what are they in the game? I don't know what they are in Final Fantasy. Sin, Extended. Woodblock. How about a Teferi, Mage of Zelfir, through the ages. Creature Teferi. Dancers, Shark Rams? Let's go with Shark Rams. Commander equipment. Mega Sisters from Commander. Ultimate Meteor Magic from Commander. Gilgamesh. All right, not much value in that one. Well, last pack from box number 3. Is it a Golden Chocobo or a Vivi? Those are the questions. We'll also accept a Sephiroth or a Cloud, I guess. Or a Girlfriend Cerebus. Yep. Who would want to date that? Oh, Fatal Push. Battle at the Big Bridge. The art on that one's pretty sweet. That one I'd play that Fatal Push. A Yuna. Hope of Spira. Little enchantment reanimation. Squall, of course. CD Mercenary. Another Yeti. Another Furion. I feel like some cards show up so often, like Squall. It might be because they're in so many different treatments. Like, that might be why they show up so often, but I feel like we've opened like 10 Squalls. Imagine if those Squalls were VVs. We would be rich. Imagine if they were Golden Chocobos. Could you imagine getting multiple serialized cards out of one opening? That would be... It's hard enough. We haven't opened a serialized card in like 2 years, and we opened quite a few collector boosters. I think the last one we opened was what? Murders at Karlov Manor? It's been a long... There used to be more of them, though. They've made serialized cards more rare, since there used to be like a bunch of different cards serialized to like 200 or something. Now there's one card serialized to 70 something. Like, it's going to be so hard to get a Golden Chocobo. All right, box number 4, same as box number 3. Start off with a Squall, CD Merchant. Apparently, we're just destined to build a bunch of Squall decks. Oh, wow, okay. Ancient Copper Dragon, that is a hit. Ancient Copper Dragon is like a $60 card. Plus, that's the sweet Final Fantasy version. This has got to be expensive. And that one looks pretty cool too. I do like that. That's got to be one of the better Through the Ages cards you can get value-wise. Nibelheim of Flame. Not one of the better mythics you can get. Rejoin the Fight. Tataru Turu. Kind of a cool command. I feel like this is actually a really good commander card. Whenever it enters, you draw a card and target opponent may draw a card. Whenever opponent draws a card, if it's not that player's turn, you get a tap treasure token, only once each turn. I feel like this is almost staple level in Commander, where you can play it in almost any white deck, and it's going to be good enough. Like, right, Ramps, it draws you cards. What more can you want? Job Select, Summoner's Grimoire, and a Swamp. Fat Chocobo. Fat Chocobo. Our buddy Fat Chocobo. All right. Well, we still got a few packs to go. 2 boxes to go, actually, so more than a few. What do we get in this pack? Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. Counterspell. That's a sweet-looking counterspell. What Final Fantasy is that? Final Fantasy 2? I feel like I like the old Final Fantasy Through the Ages cards from, like, the oldest games more than the newest games. Balam. Transpose. Girlfriend Cerebus back. White Adventureland. And a Mountain. All right. Well, let's keep it going. Next pack. Some of these packs scare me, though. I feel like that last pack, it's like $50, and I feel like we got like $10 of value. That's like losing $40. Ooh, Cecil. Cecil Extended and Surge Foil. That is a fine looking Magic card. The only thing with Cecil... Ooh! Dropped them. The only thing with Cecil is I don't know how good it is in Commander, so I don't know how expensive it'll be. I feel like it's more of a good standard card than a good Commander. Command Beacon is Balam Guardian, Emmett Solch, Waka, ooh, Green Adventureland, and ooh, all right, Area in Purewin. It's just so much mana. The effect of this equipment's so cool. Like, it can, in theory, add the most power of any equipment in Magic's history. Like, if you have a high life total, you make a creature of 40, 100, doesn't matter. 6 to cast, 5 to equip is just so much, though. I guess that's where stuff like Stolen Uniform comes in. We need, hey, Fat Chocobo. We need something like Stolen Uniform to be able to equip it for free. Even then, in Standard, you're just dead before you get to 6 mana a lot of the time. It seems like probably a Commander card, but... Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Extended Go-Go, not Surge Foil, but still. Foil Extended Go-Go. That is some monies. Teferi, Mage of Zelfir through the ages. Titus, Yuna's Guardian. Belther and Fran, Snort. Snort's just such a funny card name. Kane and a Swamp. There's the stolen uniform to equip our expensive equipment. Blitzball. What is Blitzball? Is that one of the sub games from Final Fantasy? I didn't realize how massive the Final Fantasy universe is. From instant ramen to to clowns, chocobos, Moogle. There's a lot going on in Final. Ay, boy, okay. Oh my goodness, that might be the best card we've opened so far. That is extended foil Buster Sword. Not a golden chocobo, but a pretty good consolation prize. Oh, that is a beautiful card. I think Buster Sword's actually good. I think Buster Sword is on par with like Sword of Fire and Ice, Sword of Light and Shadow. I think it's very close to that level at least. Sir Conrad. How about a Gidor, Sephir Olmsey, Hobestium, and a Forest? Well, first Buster Sword is good. It's weird. We've opened like 3.5 collector booster boxes. We've gotten no VVs, no Chocobos. The no Chocobos expected, but VV, I feel like we could hit a VV by now. Oh. The best meme card from the set, Jumbo Cactar. Casual 10,000 power once you attack with it. This card's probably not good, but it is one of the best one-shot kills in all of Magic. Nature's Claim. So, Kefka. Not the foil extended, but Kefka's a card. Kefka's a real card. Kefka might even see standard play. Tifa Lockhart. Hildebrand Manderville. Moogle's Valor. What do you think of this card? 5 mana for each creature you control. Create a 1/2 white Moogle creature token with lifelink. Then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. So if you got a big board, you can make a really big board. But if you got nothing on board, it doesn't do anything. I don't know if it's actually playable. Summon Fenrir, I think, is actually a pretty playable ram spell. Even as a temporary ram spell, I think it's still good enough. Do we have Elderbert Steiner? I don't know what the meme is with Elderbert. Apparently it's like a meme character or something, but I don't know Final Fantasy well enough. All right, next up, we get Vivi. How about a V? Ooh, hero. All right, well, a good Hobestium. Hobestium extended in foil. I feel like this is actually going to be one of the more popular build-arounds. It's just so unique. Farseek. Maester Seymour. How about a Heidegger? Hobestium. Double trouble. I guess we got to build a standard deck now that we got multiple copies. And, yeah, nothing to see here. All right. Well, we have 5 packs to go in box number 4. We're like, I don't know, $2,500 into this. Still no VV. How about a Belther and Fran Surge Foil? I mean, that is also a nice looking card. I don't think Belther and Fran's that popular, but light up the stage. Snort. We got a Magic card named Snort. Belther and Fran again. Joshua. How about a Mountain and an Omega? And there we go. Okay, this is the most important card from the set. So ever since Doctor Who, I've been working on Random Dude Eating a Sandwich Tribal. There's just not enough cards yet, but we're getting there. Ingus, the biggest new addition from the Final Fantasy set. We're getting closer to Random Dude Eats a Sandwich on a Magic card. I think Instant Ramen probably going to make it on there too. So Final Fantasy 2 big upgrades for my most important deck. Oh, Sin! Spara's Punishment. How about another light up the stage? Cloud X Soldier. Surge Foil. Okay. So another Commander Precon card, but getting it in Surge Foil and Extended might mean that Cloud is actually kind of valuable. I feel like the base version's not going to be very expensive, but that version might be. The Falcon. Zet's Kinsroy. And some lower rarity stuff. All right. Well, still not a VV. Still not a Chocobo. I think maybe it's just saving it all for the last box. Maybe it's all just waiting for that last box to be the greatest Final Fantasy box of all time. Fire Crystal. Okay, foil Fire Crystal. That's not bad. Not insane, but not bad. Dovin's Veto, Joshua. Summon Knights of the Round. This card's so good. I feel like this card could actually be standard playable. It sounds wild to say that a 8-mana 3/3 could see standard play, but making 3 2/2s for 4 turns in a row is so good. Like, how do you beat that? Even if you got Raz, how do you beat that? Also some value. Ruban, Stiltskin, Island, and oh, look at that wolf. And a bunch of lower rarity stuff. Call the Mountain Chocobo. I just want to build Chocobo decks. That's it. I just want to build Chocobo decks. 2 more packs in box number 4 of our almost $3,500 Final Fantasy opening. What do we get here? Oop, backwards. Upside down. Ultima. I do still like that art. That art is still cool. Brainstorm. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. Not in foil, but still. I think when it's all said and done, I would not be surprised if Sephiroth ended up the most expensive card in the set. I think it's definitely like top 3. I would not be surprised if it ends up number 1. I think it could pass Vivi. I think it could pass Cloud. I think it's got more standard potential and like 60 card format potential. And then I think it's a good commander and you play it in every aristocrat deck in Commander. I would not be surprised if it ended up being one of, if not literally the most expensive card from Final Fantasy in like 6 months or a year. I think it's on the list. It's on the list at least. So that's a hit. We've gotten not many BBs, not many Clouds, but we have opened a few Sephiroths, which is good. All right, last pack of box number 4. Midgar, Black Adventureland. How about another Dovin's Veto? I will say this slot's kind of disappointing because we're just getting like the low rarity stuff on repeat. Like getting cool cards in this slot actually is kind of rare. Seymour Flux. Sounds like a Simpsons prank phone call. Summon Ixon, Fire Crystal, and a Secret Rendezvous with a different day. Okay. Art number 2. Well, we got 1 box to go. About 600 and I don't even know, $650-ish of Final Fantasy left out of our big opening. 12 more shots for a Vivi or a Golden Chocobo. Actually, at this point, I'll take literally any Chocobo. The serialized Golden Chocobo would be the best, but I'll take a blue one. I really don't care. I just want a Chocobo. They're my favorite part of the set. All right. Well, last 12 packs of our huge opening. How do we do? Yuna. Okay, I mean, extended Yuna. That does look really clean. I gotta say, like, the clean background, character in front, game number in the back, like, that's just a really clean looking Magic card. Danitha, again. Heli Trooper. How about an Edgar, King of Figaro? It is a little weird to me that Edgar is kind of an iconic Magic character at this point, and now we got another Edgar, but I guess that's Universes Beyond stuff. Automatically winning your first coin flip. Certain decks where that can be really good. Seltzer, Wandering Gambler. Louise Waz, Sacrifice. And a Forest. Fat Chocobo! I'm going to do that every time. I will call out the Fat Chocobo every time. Oh, all right. Next pack. What do we get? Excalibur the second time we've gotten the extended Surge Excalibur. So many friggin' Strixhaven Stadiums. The thing is, this is a rare, right? I feel like, why is our rare Final Fantasy Through the Ages card Strixhaven Stadium like every time? Summon Materia. That's Kensroy. Water Crystal. Okay, that's a crystal I like. Red Adventureland. Another one of the best Adventurelands. Red Adventureland, I think this is the best for older formats, just because of how it synergizes with like Indomitable Creativity, Transmogrify, Polymorph. Like turn 3, end step, make the token, untap Indomitable Creativity into an Archon or whatever. Seems kind of legit. Unfortunately, it's not a mountain for Dwarven Mine, but other than that, I think it's the best one for older formats. Noctis, Prince of Lucas. See, even that one